This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 321. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Scab Jim.
And I don't know who I am.
Scab intern tonight, I suppose.
Okay, I'm Scab intern.
Hello,
tonight.
Scab intern. Throwing things around here. Hold on. Now I'm getting it. Anyways, yes. Welcome, everybody. It's the wild card episode.
Wow.
Woo! It's crazy. And so this week, we have no outline. Intern Hackney is actually sick this week. So we're sick of his shit, too. So we told him to go home.
So he knew this was going to be a clusterfuck because he didn't come up with an outline.
Yes.
And then he bailed.
Yes.
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
So this week, there is no outline. There is no real topics. Everybody has to bring their own topics this week. And Blake will be here in about 10 minutes. He's running a little late. So this should be an interesting episode. In 321 episodes, this is our first ever wild card, no outline, no topics really, episode.
Jason doesn't know how to think now. He's like, it's all going to go wrong.
It's kind of refreshing.
Really? Honestly, I figured it was your idea to do this just because you're tired of writing up or...
Well, that's why I sent it over to intern. Hey, he can do it.
Coming up with all these topics to talk about and then us getting on your case when they're dumb topics.
You guys are the ones that send the topips.
Sometimes.
Did it seem like a vacation week not having to write it all
It did,
down?
actually. It did. It did. Sunday night, I was able to watch Batwoman and not, have to do an outline or anything like that. So it was kind of nice. Anyways, Batwoman review will be up on nerdly.co.uk tomorrow. Just to let you know.
Are you still on Black Lightning?
So we Doug's here this week.
I got you something.
What'd you get?
It's
There you go,
it's
Doug.
going to be a collector item.
Okay.
I see you have a Clue poster in here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a Playmobil the movie book, and there's a poster inside.
Oh, wow.
So we can claim to people that we supported the Playmobil movie when it first came out.
Can I give this away in the Nicolas Cage bag of suck?
No.
At the expo.
I want the poster hanging up right next to your Clue poster.
So just real quick here about the expo. Brad Hargis from the Cinema Guys podcast, they're going to be helping us this year. Hope he's going some new things this year at the expo, so it would be fun. But
Is showing up one of them.
yes, we'll be there. Doug, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Most
Scab?
of us will
I'll
be
be
there.
there.
That's what
I'll be there.
This room will be there.
Intern Hackney will be there. So he came up with a good idea. I don't want to spoil it, but we may have 2 pillowcases this year.
What?
One Nicolas Cage and another one that we will be a big surprise.
Kevin James?
No. Somebody that has talent. So the whole cast of La La Land is out. That whole cast is out.
So the whole cast of Riverdale is out.
Moonlight is in, though. Moonlight. Oh, that is a great film.
Moonlighting with Sybil Shepherd?
Yes. Every time you walk, you have to have fog around you. Let's see here. The only thing we had this week, we did have a Twitter poll of the week. It was, you can find us on Bad Ideas Podcast. What was your favorite classic cartoon? We had Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I missed this Twitter poll.
So did I.
They had a really good reaction.
He's the only one with an outline, so he could just be making it up.
Scooby-Doo, Smurfs.
Is that classic?
Smurfs is,
Scooby-Doo? Hell yes.
No, Smurfs.
it's 40 years old.
It was from the
80s.
early 80s.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Over 25 years old, by definition, it's a classic.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, no, you were more of a strawberry shortcake guy.
Rainbow Bright, thank you.
That was strawberry shortcake.
Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. In last place, it was a tie, 14.3%. These point percentages are killing me on Twitter. Smurfs and Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry should not tie with the Smurfs for anything.
Yeah, Smurf should be over Tom and Jerry.
Anyways.
Here, put my vote to Smurfs, just so it breaks.
So Tom and Jerry is
Mine are
first.
Tom and Jerry.
Okay, so we tie. Doug, did you vote?
No, I did
Tom
not.
and Jerry-
Who are you voting for?
I'll vote for Smurfs.
Damn it.
Tom and Jerry was racist.
Wait a minute. Time out.
Smurfs wasn't?
No!
They were all blue. And they didn't like the other color Smurfs.
And
There
was
were
only
other color Smurfs
and there was only one woman.
at the beginning.
Okay, time out. Doug voted for Smurfs. Well, I didn't vote either because I can't on Twitter, so I'm voting now. I'll vote Tom and Jerry. So it's like the Canadian of the Year all over again.
And FYI, I had no idea this poll was going on when I made my top 5.
Oh, goodness. Winning 37% to 34%. Scooby-Doo over the Looney Tunes.
No, that's no.
Scooby-Doo's better than the Looney Tunes.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Well, Blake walked in.
Into a bar.
Hello.
Yeah, no.
Hello, Blake.
How are you?
Welcome.
I would have been here earlier, but I was having a taxes meltdown.
Uh-oh.
Damn
I
it.
did my preliminary taxes. Fuck these Trump tax cuts, man. I'm paying more than I fucking have in the past 2 years in this shit. And I'm pissed.
Wait a minute. That's one of my topics, the Trump presidency. So
Yeah,
let's
all
hold
right.
off.
Down the hall, out the door, down the hall. So,
Fuck, where's my break, man? I ain't getting any breaks.
do you think it's because of all the money you're making from the podcast?
It's definitely not that.
I'm thinking it might be.
So the podcast isn't at least getting you tax breaks?
Well, hold on. If Bernie Sanders was president, he'd be taxing our IOUs because, he's a dirty commie.
Hey, down the hall.
That's my other topic, the Democratic nominees.
But
I'm sorry, he's a millionaire communist.
But I have no problem paying my IOU tax.
0% of zero is still zero.
I mean, I'll write an IOU for
100% of zero is still zero.
Would you rather pay for the Bengals stadium or an IOU tax?
I don't live in Hamilton County anymore.
Oh, I'm literally 2 minutes away from not living in Hamilton County. Damn it!
That's why I moved out.
Yeah, you'd be in a different state, though.
I know. I'm going to annex it. Damn it!
Be like Idaho and try and create your own greater Idaho. Let's call it.
I don't. You know what?
What would we call this? Greater Southwest Ohio? The GSOC?
The G. Hobie Trina.
I don't even know what that's
No,
supposed to mean.
Patrina. Anyways, I've been looking at watching.
What do we declare? What do we declare? My own entity? What's that called? My own domain? What's that called? My sovereign domain?
GoDaddy.com.
Hobie sovereignty.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like Peter Griffin did on
Petrinia.
Petoria.
Pretoria. That's right.
What did you just say?
Petrinia.
Britannia.
He's got Katrina stuck in his head. for
I'm having
some
a
reason.
stroke over here, Snap. Shut up.
Sorry, I'm really in a bad mood because this pisses me off. This is the second year in a row where these so-called tax cuts are supposed to be benefiting me, but I'm paying out the fucking ass.
They're benefiting me, so I'm not arguing.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because you have a butler? Do you think that hurts?
No,
Okay. Or a maid?
no.
Okay.
How do you think we're going to pay for all this free education?
What about the masseuse? You forgot the masseuse.
That's a hooker.
Oh, yeah. That's for weekends.
They're not taxed.
The masseuse is during the week. The hooker's on the weekend.
That's right.
But it's the same person.
In different clothing.
How is he doing now? How is Stefan? Anyways, Blake, we were talking about Scooby-Doo and Looney Tunes. Which one's better?
Ooh.
Uncut Looney Tunes, that is.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Yes.
Boomerang has uncut.
You know, I keep falling for Wacky Races is on.
Well, yeah, Wacky Races is great.
And I flip it on, and it keeps getting me. It's a new version of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, never
what?
mind.
Yeah. I keep falling for it. Wacky Races. Flip it on. Crap.
Nothing beats the Laugh Olympics, though.
What team were you?
Really rotten.
Okay.
Actually, at the time, I wasn't. When they were new, I was a fan of the Scooby Doobies.
So what are you picking, Scooby-Doo or Looney Tunes?
I don't know. That's a really tough question.
Scab?
I mean, it's really hard.
Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Now, Looney Tunes, I would have to say, is good from the beginning until the end. Mm-hmm. There were things they did to Scooby-Doo that fucked it up.
Scrappy?
Are we talking about Scrappy-Doo?
Scooby-Dum?
No, Scooby-Dum was great.
Scooby-Dum was awful.
No,
Scooby-Dum was
great.
tolerable. He was all right.
'Cause anytime you said Clue, he said dum 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 dum.
I don't remember Scooby-Dum at
And really,
all.
both cartoons bring with you a great history of bringing music and culture to the masses.
Everything I learned about opera was from Bugs Bunny.
From Bugs Bunny and
What's
Looney
opera, Doc?
Tunes. Exactly.
Me and My Magic Helmet.
That's right.
Me and My Magic Helmet.
And then 60s pop music, through Scooby-Doo.
How you run through six
And
different
some,
doors.
And some great bongos. I mean, that was some good stuff, man.
You do realize that Scooby-Doo was based off of The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis.
Really?
The four main characters are the four main characters from Dobie Gillis.
I thought
Did not
the four
know.
main characters were stereotypical college students from Massachusetts.
Well, maybe the characters from Dobie Gillis are stereotypical.
Could be.
students from
Don't get in the way of a good story with facts, okay, Blake?
I just read it on the internet last week, so it's got to be true.
So are you going to be taking a second job to pay for your taxes this year?
Third.
Third? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Scab, have you done your taxes?
Oh, I have not.
Okay.
Not since I was like 18.
You haven't done taxes at all?
No. My parents used to do them, and then they stopped.
He doesn't believe
I
in it.
stopped.
Good call. Doug, have you done yours?
I'm a government worker. We don't have to do this.
Oh, okay.
When you don't earn any money, you really don't have taxes to pay.
That's true. Yeah, but Scab's got a lot of income coming in from the books. The zombie book was a nominee for Floppy.
I think I'm up to like 7 copies that I've sold. Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome.
Go ahead and pimp it. What is it? Titanic.
Zombies, the true story of the Titanic disaster.
And you can find it on Amazon.
You can find it on Amazon.
Okay. Because nothing says a good scary movie like February, the month of February. So, but yes,
It's a book, not a movie.
whatever. I thought they were making a movie out of it.
We're trying to get James Cameron to do it.
Oh, okay. Fuck him.
You're trying to get him to like take his Titanic movie and just start adding zombies to it.
No, a separate movie. But he's already got the experience, and he's been to the actual Titanic wreck, so he would have more.
I think you should take his movie and just add like zombies in the background, and then your main characters talking over.
If Spielberg
Leo.
did it with walkie-talkies and E.T., you can do that to Titanic.
You guys haven't read my book at all, have you?
No,
The plots are not similar.
they don't have to be. Did the boat sink?
In your book, you wrote it.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
You wrote it.
You know what? You can make the zombie Titanics, in the movie Titanic, kind of like the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern of Shakespeare.
But that had the same things going on. This is different.
Yeah, I know, but that would be so much better than your book.
So your book didn't have a boat departing from England, hitting an iceberg and sinking? Because really, that's the only thing
That was a small part of the book.
He had it leaving from Switzerland.
And so that's the small part of the movie. So every other time when Leo or Kate are on screen, you just plaster whoever your actors over top of them.
And that's how I imagined it as I was writing it.
And then saying your words instead of...
Exactly.
Did the ship
It's the same dialogue.
Oh, okay.
Did the ship get quarantined in any country? And they can't come off of it.
Read the book.
Well, were they Irish? Because I think that's when they quarantined.
Our brains. Look at the Irish brains.
We're talking about two separate things, I think.
Guinness and brains.
Yeah. Give me some Guinness and brains.
Guinness and brains.
Guinness and brains. Guinness is Irish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, my topic today was going to be drafting a cast of the movie Zombies, the true story of the Titanic.
Oh, we could do that.
This is going to be awkward now.
We don't know any of the characters.
Jen Adams. I think Jen is one of them.
Yes.
Jen. Man.
But
does your character Jen also suck at Puffy trivia? Because that would be embarrassing.
But you also wrote
It sounded like you said, "Does she suck a puffy?"
Well, that's the title of the episode. Suck a Puffy.
now you have written nonfiction too.
I have. I've
This
written.
was nonfiction.
It was
Yeah,
about
this
the
one is
relationship
nonfiction.
between him and his girlfriend.
It's the true story. It says so in the title.
Zombies are really just your sexual repression.
But I have written what 6?
Why are you looking at us?
I don't know. I assume you have them on your shelf.
They're somewhere in here.
Because every time we're at the bookstore, I always make sure you put them up high.
I always
People
move,
see them.
I told you I always move them to
Eye
the
level.
erotic, the sexuality section. Every single time I move one of your books to the sexuality section.
I don't know where there are any bookstores left in Cincinnati. They closed down the Barnes and Noble down in Newport.
Oh, yeah?
Beth?
Joseph Beth is a good one.
Isn't that a religious one?
No.
Isn't it?
No.
Really?
Really?
Joseph Macbeth.
Joseph
Okay.
Beth.
I don't know what Joseph Macbeth is.
It's Irish.
Yeah, so Joseph Beth Booksellers is not religious?
No.
I've never been in one because I always thought they were religious bookstores.
They're not.
It's just a bookstore.
Oh,
It's a good
shit.
one. It's a very good bookstore.
It's the religion
I've
of
done
reading.
signings there.
They do have a religious section if you want to buy religious books.
Those two R's don't go together in Jason's mantra.
I really thought, I'm not kidding, I thought it was a religious store.
No, but you wrote true stories
Yes.
about 6 cities.
I think it's 5. I did
5.
Cincinnati,
Why?
Nashville. I did Cincinnati twice, Nashville, Twin Cities, Chicago.
Nashville.
I feel I already said that. So maybe just 5.
Milwaukee.
I did not do Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
Baltimore. You did
did not
something
do
out east, didn't you?
But those were ghost stories
I
of the
did not.
cities, right?
That would require him going to Baltimore. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
I like Baltimore.
Apologize to all the Baltimore listeners out there.
Yeah, whatever you
I
do.
like Sixth Sense. That was Baltimore.
Don't
That
take
was
any.
Philadelphia.
Don't
No,
take
that
any
was
rides in the
Baltimore.
back of any police
Wasn't it?
vans while you're there.
The M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Philadelphia. All of his take place in Philadelphia. That's
Yep.
where he's from.
that is correct.
I thought that one was Baltimore for some reason.
So we're doing a wild card episode. No outline.
Sucks
ta-
already.
Let me take my glasses off. Yeah. So what we're doing is going around the room, and everybody can say a topic they want to talk about. Doesn't mean we're going to talk about it, but
Well, before we start,
yes.
I do have to say our breath of silence.
Oh, we got a couple of them.
Yeah, so
From my checking account.
what's your count?
Time out,
I pay
breath of
my
silence for
taxes.
Blake's check account.
Oh, no, now I forgot her name, but Nurse Kelly from MASH, and also she played the cook in Clue.
But why's the cook dead? Anyways, we also have to say breath of silence. Jeanette DuBois from Good Times.
Dubois.
DuBois. Is that
Dubois.
it? She's 74. She died in her sleep this morning.
She played the neighbor, Willona.
She was the grandma on Wayne's Brothers TV show. Mrs. Avery on the PJs. And she co-wrote and sang the theme song for the Jeffersons.
Ah,
That was interesting.
That was the best part.
I've never seen an
I was not a
episode
big
of Good
Jeffersons
Times.
fan.
even the live one they did a couple months ago.
Yes, that would include the live one they did a couple months ago.
And this one hurt. Tony Fernandez.
Oh yes,
56 or 57 years young.
Major League Baseball player,
Shortstop for the Blue Jays.
And Indians.
And and
third
the Reds.
baseman for the Reds.
Yep.
He got screwed out of a Gold Glove that year.
So he had kidney disease, I believe. So yeah, that one sucked. So, but yet people like Kevin James still live. Anyways, moving on.
Will they be naming the All-Star Trophy in Major League Baseball after Tony Fernandez?
Oh, no, they're actually naming the All-Star Trophy after Kobe Bryant.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
In every sport. Every sport. Also, the Dayton Air Show is going to name their MVP trophy after him, too. Let's see.
Well, of all the people who died in air shows, they're going to name it after Kobe.
Yes. Also, did you see, who was it, the Daytona 500? Ryan Newman?
Ryan Newman.
Yeah.
He did not die.
No, he did not die.
He clear that up first.
Yeah, he was in serious condition. That was a hell of a wreck.
I did not see it. I heard about it.
He flipped over.
I heard he crossed the finish line upside down.
Did he cross the finish line?
Yes.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Fourth, I think I heard.
Sixth.
Sixth.
Yes.
Lost 5 spaces through that wreck.
Well, to his credit, he would have been fourth, but his bumper was in the back. His front bumper was in the back of his car.
Oh.
So he missed that part.
Yeah, is it the first part of the car that passes, or when your front bumper passes?
Just your car.
Okay. So,
The good news is, though, I thought it was kind of an asshole thing that he did because
if part of his car flew off and passed everybody,
I think he has to be attached. I thought it was kind of an asshole thing he did with wrecking. I mean, he showed Dale Earnhardt that you can wreck at the Daytona 500 and not die.
Oh, I was going to make a joke about something else entirely, and now you just took the air out of it.
Hey, look at me, Dale! I know how to do it!
Of course, on Twitter, where you always find the most wonderful people, somebody was blaming the guy who smashed into the driver's side door, saying, because he was up high, the car went up high, so this guy dropped down a
low.
little bit. Well, the car came back down, and he slammed right into him into the driver's side door. And somebody was saying, "I'm not saying he did it on purpose, but why did he go? Why did he move down on the track? You have
because he's trying to pass.
well, he's trying to avoiding. You have a split second. He's going 190 miles an hour. You have a split second to react."
But this guy watched the Daytona 500, Doug. He
Yes,
knows
yes,
what
yes,
he's talking about.
yes.
Although
He
I'm so
knows.
mad at the Daytona 500 because it preempted Jeopardy.
I didn't even know it was on Monday.
I didn't until it preempted Jeopardy.
I didn't know it was on until I saw Twitter and they said Ryan Newman is not dead. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Randy Newman is not dead either.
Nope, Randy Newman is not.
So
right.
Driving a NASCAR.
Right. Right.
I don't know why. I love that song.
So you didn't see Trump take a lap around the track?
Was he there?
Yes, he did show
Oh.
up
On
Yes.
Monday? Or
Sunday. On
Oh,
Sunday.
okay.
No one else was there. It was just him driving around.
Because then people were bitching because he showed up, it delayed the start, and that's why it got rained out.
Oh.
Does he have a weather machine like Cobra Commander?
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, I'll get you. Does he control rock bands?
No, that
too,
was
like?
Nancy Pelosi using the weather machine to delay Trump from starting Daytona.
In her
500.
defense, she didn't know how to use it because she ripped up the instructions.
That's right.
Well, she's going to do it before reading it.
When did this become the politics episode? This is a wild card episode.
Just wait.
You know what, Doug? I was going to go to you first.
Topic number 1, abortion. Where do we stand?
So anyway, our breaths of silence.
I want to kill that topic.
I see what you did.
only in 2 states. Okay, moving on. Jeff, your topic.
Tonight, before coming here to record, I was at the movies and I got to watch Birds of Prey.
And
It was all right.
I would have gone with you. Not tonight, but I would.
Well, I was going tonight.
Oh.
Better or worse than Suicide Squad?
Better than Suicide Squad.
Was there rock people they destroyed?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, this is more of a comedy action thing, and of course, well, I was going to say Margot Robbie is good as always, but Jeff would disagree with me on that.
She was terrible in Bombshell.
But she plays a good Harley Quinn.
Did the R rating help with some of the funny violence?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there are things that made it a better movie that you couldn't done in a PG-13 movie.
How was Black Mask?
A little over the top.
I was worried about that.
Ewan McGregor played him completely too far gone. I thought.
Because in the books, he's a very serious, evil villain. And I that was the only worry I had.
Well, if that was your worry, then you won't like that part of it.
Okay. So, would you recommend seeing it?
I would wait till it came out on video. I wouldn't recommend going to the theater, although I'm probably going to be called a misogynist for that. But
Okay, so that's your topic.
But you did love the Ghostbusters with women, so they can't do that, right?
no, I didn't like that either.
Okay.
But I paid to see both of them in the theater.
In
so-
Jeff's defense, he also doesn't like Ghostbusters 2.
Well, no, and
Okay, but did you like Ocean's 8 with all women?
it was better than the other.
Okay.
Well, it was, I'm trying to think of.
It goes Ocean's 11, Ocean's 8, then to 12, 13.
No,
No.
11, 12, 13, 8.
No. I hated
More-
12 and
the
13.
No,
more
12
I
was,
watched-
12 was worse.
The
12
more I
was-
watch 12, the more I like it.
The more I hated it.
Yeah, I think 12 is the worst. I like 8 over 12. 13 was better than 8.
I
11
really-
was the best.
I really like how they have Julia Roberts trying to pretend that she's actually Julia Roberts, and I just like that dynamic. And
I do like that part of it. That is
Yeah,
kind of
I
fun.
didn't particularly. They played it off well, but I don't know. And the whole thing, well, it felt like what it was. A script that they had to force the Oceans cast into.
And that's what they did.
Yeah, they didn't write the script for Oceans. They had a script and then fit Oceans into it.
but the strength of it is the way that the Oceans people interact with one another. The Steven Soderbergh just back and forth, like Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
I'll give you that. That was
the
the only
strength of
good
it.
part. I
That's
thought
the
overall,
strength.
but it was with a weak script
They did
and a bad villain.
They took a script like
All heist movies are kind of weak.
Ocean's 11 wasn't.
I didn't mind Ocean's 8. I just thought Ocean's 8 was there. There was nothing that you will remember it. But
No, there really wasn't anything memorable.
I mean, there wasn't anything in it.
I think it was closer to the new Ghostbusters than it was to any of the other Oceans movies.
What do you think about the new Ghost? Well, not my topic. Okay. Scam Jeff, what's your topic?
Well,
We're done with my topic.
Did you have something else about Birds of Prey?
Well, I was going to talk about how they, changed the title and all that other crap, but
Okay, go ahead.
Is that why you went to see it? Because they changed the title?
no, actually, I almost didn't go to see it because of that. But then I understood. Well, I actually understand why. Well, the thing is, disappointment at the box office. It's opening weekend, and a lot of people are claiming different reasons. But one of the things they said was people can't find it because they're looking up Harley Quinn and not looking up Birds of Prey. So they changed the name, at least for online searches, to Harley Quinn: Birds of Prey. Although as someone who worked at a movie theater, I kind of understand that because I remember distinctly 2 movies where people had no clue the title of the movie, but they came to watch it anyway.
Boat Trip?
No. It was Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Oh.
I can't tell you, I would say 90% of the people that came to see that movie wanted to see the Medea movie. And since I was the only one at our theater who had screened the movie before it started, no one else knew what the fuck the Medea movie was. And I'm like, Medea? You mean like the Greek tragedy?
Diary of a Mad Black Woman was decent.
Except for Medea.
Except for Medea's part.
Never heard of Medea before that movie. Watched it and thought, well, you take out Medea, that Medea character, and the movie would have been an interesting melodrama. But, yeah, oh, no. I hate when, young men have to dress up and play the old sassy woman. And that's
what was the second movie?
And the second movie was the Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood.
Yaya!
It's the only thing people knew about it. And
Yaya!
since it was the 7th word in the title, or Divine Secrets of the 5th word in the title, it didn't make the marquee because it said Divine Secrets. And no one could find their theater because they're looking for Yaya.
I remember watching that with you, too.
Yeah, see, and this is before the age of internet, proliferation of everything.
Yeah.
So some people were like, I don't get it. Well, it was before you could, look stuff up easily on your fingertip.
They thought it was a Divinals autobiography.
That's probably what they thought.
So they should have said Birds of Prey, a Harley Quinn story. Or Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Which is what they
or
did.
Harley Quinn's Birds of Prey.
Or Birds of Prey, the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. I was fine with that title.
That's a good title, but
That's the best part of the movie, I'd say, was the title.
Or Harley Quinn in the Yaya Sisterhood, Birds of Prey.
Oh, that would have been
Change
great.
approved.
There you go.
Change approved.
How much were the Birds of Prey in it?
Oh, they were in it a lot.
Okay.
I mean, they didn't really get together until the end of the movie, but they were all doing their own thing at different, excuse me, I hit my microphone. They were all doing their own things until they get together and realize they're fighting for the same cause at the end, but they were all in it for themselves at the beginning, and then they come together as a team, too.
Do they have a montage?
It's a fight scene. I don't know if it's really a montage.
Oh.
And I really had to go to the bathroom during the fight scene. Towards the end, I'm like...
So you want to apologize to the kid that's going to be cleaning up your piss in the theater now?
I was able to hold it.
Okay.
I am not, a 8-year-old with a bedwetting problem.
Okay.
I was able to hold it until I got to the bathroom and just peed on the bathroom floor.
Okay.
Okay, to be fair, Jason was a 10-year-old with a bedwetting.
Oh, okay.
I was 14, okay? Time's up. Okay, moving on. Scab, what's your topic?
So I'm going to get in trouble at home for this regardless. So I figured that since she listens to this on her way to work and she won't, and she'll
Remember?
have several hours. No, she'll have several hours to simmer down.
Okay.
Forget about it.
So
Why does she listen to it but you don't?
well, she only listens when I'm on. So
okay.
She's listened to one or two that you weren't on.
Yeah,
told
she
me
did.
that,
Yeah, she did.
which is one or two more than you have.
Yeah.
She wants to play trivia at the expo this year. She's going to start listening to all of them. Anyways.
But she's a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan.
Really?
That's not what I heard.
That's
So
Really?
she and I are watching
Time
that.
out. Does she know this? I'm just asking.
She was going to make her top 5 today, her favorite Buffy episodes, and Jason would just make fun of me the whole time.
I would not do that.
I'm gonna change it to something else.
I would not do that.
Jason would just make fun of me. Well, but Jason will just make fun of me. I don't feel like listening to that.
He would make fun of you. You're correct, but
And nobody else would know
No.
what the titles of the
no, I would have
episodes.
absolutely no clue. All right, I'll ask you. I watched the pilot of Buffy, and I didn't like it.
I agree.
Especially Xander, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
He annoyed the living piss out of me while watching it.
Well, if it make you
gets
feel better, he's in prison now.
It gets significantly better than the first 2 seasons.
Should I just skip ahead, or do I have to suffer through the first 2 seasons? Or should I watch the 5 best episodes and get invested in it, then go back and watch?
I wouldn't do that, but I don't know enough about what, like, she keeps saying there's all kinds of foreshadowing and things in it. But the thing that will make her mad is that she's letting me watch Angel without her, and I think it's significantly better than Buffy.
I've heard people say that before.
I really do, and I've just seen 4 episodes of it, so it could change. And I started Buffy when it was bad, and Buffy's getting significantly better now, so it could get to the point. But at this point, Angel's better.
I like the Christy Swanson movie.
I remember that, but it's been a while since I've seen it, but I
Paul
remember
Rubens?
enjoying it. It's got the
was the
David
only part
Arquette
of it.
too, right?
Yep.
Paul Rubens is the only part of the movie I remember.
I just remember David Arquette in it for some reason.
No, that was Scream.
Serious question. Do you think she would be better at the expo this year if we did Angel trivia with her? I mean, she can't be worse. I mean, could she do better?
Yeah, you're just making this worse for me.
I feel bad. I feel bad. I really do.
We were actually practicing like the hardest Buffy trivia that we could find, just so the next expo that she could actually
Do better than 2?
she got the good prize, didn't she?
I don't know what you got. I don't remember. Blake, you got a topic? What do you got?
I got nothing.
Really? You got nothing?
I'm wild card. I'm the wild card.
Okay.
I'll think of something.
Okay. You want to talk abortion?
No.
Okay. How about taxes?
No.
Okay. Do you do your taxes?
Yes and no.
Okay.
You do them, then you get a professional to do them and see if you come up with the same stuff.
Yeah.
He owes $9,000. Professional says he owes $20,000. Well, I guess I'm doing it.
No, I've always did it, and then it got a little complicated. Then I went for help, and then I seen how they did it. Now I just go back and do it myself, and I double check.
house show. I'm going to do my topic. I started watching Lock and Key on Netflix, based on Stephen King's son's comic books.
Okay.
I
I like how his name is Stephen King's son.
Speaking of Stephen
Joe
King,
Hill, isn't it?
You tell me.
It's Joe Hill.
when you're done, I am watching The Outsider.
How is that?
I said when you're done.
Oh, okay. Lock and Key. I'm 2 episodes
I
in.
don't want to break your train of thought
No, I don't have a change.
or what you want to talk about.
It reminds me very similar of House on Haunting, the Haunting
of Hill House.
Yeah, what I saw.
You should know that. It was Ohio's #1 Netflix
It
show.
is. I didn't get. I only saw like an episode or two of that, and I'll go back to it. It was good, but I just.
I thought that was real good.
But Lock and Key reminds me of it, and I hope it changes because I've never read the books. But I remember seeing the trailer that Fox had, the channel, the network had it originally. They filmed a pilot, and they showed the trailer for it back in the about 10 years ago.
10 years in the making?
Yeah, it was about 8 to 10. And it looked very similar. Like I don't know if they used the same house or not, but so that was interesting. But the Netflix one is good. I'm kind of intrigued to see where it goes. It's 10 episodes. So that was kind of like, 10. I'm used to 8. I can do 8.
No, not 2 more episodes.
It's enough out of you.
What if they have 9 episodes?
I'm okay with that. I got burned on Luke
What if they
Cage.
do
I
7
love Luke Cage
episodes?
until episodes 11 and 12.
Well, yeah, that was a 13 episode.
13,
10 is
right.
better.
Yeah, if you're going to make 9 episodes, you might as well make it 10.
How's Outsider?
Oh, are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
That was my topic. I didn't
that
know
was
if anybody watched it.
Yeah.
I did not. I'd like to now.
Yeah, it's decent.
Good.
So, Outsider?
Yeah.
What is The Outsider about?
It's about greasers and socias in rural...
Pony
Personally,
Boy.
how's that?
Pony Boy.
What was
No, I actually... yeah. There's a knife fight when somebody gets stabbed.
Does Ralph Macchio
Apparently
get
there
killed?
was a television show of The Outsiders
What?
in like 1990 or something.
Yeah, it didn't do very well, did it?
And no, it had like one season of maybe.
No,
10
didn't they try to do a
episodes.
Karate Kid TV series too?
They did. It's called Cobra Kai. And
Well,
they did
no,
2
I mean
seasons of it.
earlier.
No, I
3.
don't know.
Yeah.
3? They did a 3rd season? I missed that.
You know, because they used to try and make these 80s movies into TV series, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
just
they
ended
did.
up bombing big time.
But because that's what was I watching the what the hell's the name of the show? I can't remember now. That one show on that one network.
Didn't they have a Ferris Bueller TV show
Yeah.
spin-off that film?
And a Parker
Oh, they
Lewis.
did. Yeah, that's
Time
about
out.
the same time Parker
Jeff,
Lewis came.
are you... wait a minute. Are you talking The Outsider or Outsiders from 2016 that takes place in Appalachia?
I'm talking about The Outsider.
Okay.
The Stephen King one that's right now on
Okay,
HBO.
Because there's an Outsiders
And I'm not
that
talking
was
about,
on WGN.
I'm not talking about Outsiders or The Outsiders. I'm talking about Outside.
Okay.
The Outsider,
Okay,
right?
sure.
So at the ends of seasons 2 and 4, they got interviews, little add-ons there, like with directors and some of the writers and Stephen King himself. So the premise is Jason Bateman plays a child murderer, completely out of character for him. And
You
he
say
gets-
that like he actually kills
Exactly.
children.
Did he hit one with a car?
No.
Okay.
No, but it starts with a premise that this guy, and he goes and purposely does things and gets seen and catches himself on video camera. But in the real Jason Bateman, it turns out, I was like, hey, he had a full-flung alibi. He was at a conference in a hotel. There's even got TV footage of him there during one of the seminars. Asking you a very good question about censorship in Slaughterhouse 5, by the way. But anyways, not to digress. So it starts out as a regular detective movie, premise like, hey, we got the murderer, here's the suspect, here's everything else. Then things start unraveling very slowly, and it delves eventually. Spoiler alert! It eventually delves into supernatural concepts, and they bring in an investigator who does a really good job in
Stephen
uncovering
King story?
everything and linking everything together.
Stephen
Yeah.
King story went into supernatural.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Is the first season done right now?
No, they've just did 7 episodes. I think they got like 2 or 3 left.
Okay.
What channel is this on?
HBO.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Because you're like, they got left. I'm like, I thought they just dumped them out there, but no, HBO still shows them.
You know, and it's the typical, detective that lives in reality and facts, has his beliefs shattered by, fantastical, mythology and stuff like that.
So it's the Agent Scully story.
Kind of, yeah. Drawn out, different sexes, genders. Drawn out 10 episodes.
Is it just me, or if you could pick any actor or actress in the world who would play someone going to a conference, Jason Bateman seems to be the number one person that I can come up with who would go to a conference.
Ed Helms.
Yes.
Oh.
And Ed Helms, yeah. You're exactly.
Jason Bateman and Ed Helms doing a road trip on the way to a conference.
Oh.
Funny you say that, because Jason Bateman is a producer of the series and directed the first 2 episodes that had him in it.
He's doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
He won an Emmy for directing an episode of
Ozark, wasn't it? Yeah.
Speaking of The Outsider,
Yeah.
The Outsiders, the 1990 show based
Yes.
on the book and the film.
Oh,
David Arquette was in it.
Oh, that's what I was going to get to, yeah.
Boyd Kestner, Harold Pruitt, who died in 2002. Leonardo DiCaprio,
I don't remember seeing his name on
Scout. And Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, I saw
Holy
Billy
moly.
Bob.
And Michael Maston.
Yeah, Michael Madsen, I saw his name. Yeah. The reason I saw that was it was Briar Patch, the new Rosario Dawson show that's on USA.
Have you watched it?
I watched the first episode.
Was it good?
It was interesting enough to continue watching. But,
Okay.
But one guy who's in that, and he's also in, if you've been watching Roseanne, The Connors or whatever, he's like Darlene's new boyfriend or whatnot. And I'm like, what else has this guy done? I looked it up, and J.R. Ferguson is his name. It's J-A-Y-R Ferguson. And, it's Outsiders, Ponyboy Curtis. I'm like, what? And he was the son in Evening Shade, the Burt Reynolds show, if you ever watched that. And I'm like, oh, man, this guy's been working forever. And then it's like Mad Men. I'm like, oh, man, damn, looks like he had a big role in Mad Men, which I never watched.
Doug, just to go back to some of your talk about abortion, The Outsiders, Episode 2, The Stork Club.
oh my God.
Soda Pop weighs options when his girlfriend says she's pregnant. Another
You know
one.
what his options are? Deal with it.
Episode 5, He's a Greaser, Only Old. A chain gang escapee appeals to Ponyboy's sense of brotherhood.
Is that Billy Bob Thornton's character?
I don't know.
The greaser?
So in episode 9, Carnival, Soda Pop falls for a carnival worker, Vivica Davis, who covets his car.
Vivica?
Vivica.
Vivica?
Episode 11, Winner
I'm
Takes
surprised
All.
you were able to pronounce Rosario correctly. Rosario Dawson.
Episode 12, The Beat Goes On. Ponyboy shelters an abused scout. Daryl falls for the wife of a soldier in Vietnam. And episode 11, Winner Takes All. Steve and Two Bits prank makes Soda Pop believe he has won money in an essay contest. I fucking hated this book. And it's because of fucking stupid names like that. Soda Pop, Two Bit, and Ponyboy. Fuck them. God, I hated this book.
It was a good book. The movie wasn't that good, but yes, it was a good book.
It was a short book.
Yeah, it was a short book. I think I read it in 7th grade, and it was the coolest thing ever. At the
No,
time.
fuck this book.
I'm still reeling from that episode description. Could you read that again?
Which one?
The last one that
11,
you
I
just
think you
read.
said?
Steve and Two Bits prank makes Soda Pop believe he has won money in an essay contest.
Okay.
Why, what did you think I said?
No, it's still funny. But I was having trouble following it with the funny names and the funny words that didn't really seem to go together.
In the 84, 85 movie, Steve was played by Tom Cruise, and Two-Bit was played by Emilio Estevez.
I thought Tom Cruise was Ponyboy.
No, C. Thomas Howell was Ponyboy.
Oh, okay.
And Rob Lowe was Soda Pop.
Shockingly, he didn't show up today in this TV show. I thought C. Thomas Howell would be doing it by
And
now.
Patrick Swayze was Daryl.
Maybe Baby, Daryl's old football buddy, leaves a newborn baby with the Curtis brothers.
Nice.
So there you
Okay,
go.
Sure that wasn't Soda
so
Pops?
the wild card episode of this podcast is just Jason reading the descriptions of a TV series.
I blame Blake. He wanted to talk The Outsiders.
Wow.
But you know that movie was a who's who of who would be coming up in movies for the next.
That's what he
20
just
years.
said.
I didn't even mention Matt Dillon or Ralph Macchio.
Ralph
Exactly.
Macchio.
Yeah, exactly.
Leif Garrett.
Oh, God.
If you make it to the end of this episode after this boring thing, mention it at the expo, and Jason will give you a hug.
That's right. I will.
Diane Lane. She played Cherry.
That's right,
Diane Lane. Oh, unfaithful.
I think it was that movie or book where I learned the phrase about the carpet matching the drapes.
Diane Lane. Doug, what's your topic?
I don't have much, but just is Rob Manfred going down as a worse commissioner than Roger Goodell?
Yeah, that is
He's
something we
trying
could talk
to.
about.
They are
His
fighting.
lack of penalties on the players that cheated with the Houston Astros.
And now you have LeBron going after him.
Yes.
That's not even what bothers me. Are these new rules changes they're having, which
Yes.
is like the stupidest things ever.
Three batters.
For a pitcher has to face 3 batters now.
So if the first batter he faces is, I don't know, Jose Altuve, and he drills him, does he not get ejected until he pitches the 2 more
No,
batters?
I think if you get ejected.
Okay.
So if you want to leave, that's all you do is start throwing.
So they had, I heard on the radio, the over-under for hit by pitch for the Astros this season is like 89.
83 and a half.
83
and a half for the whole
83
team.
Yeah.
I'll take the over.
for the season.
I'll take the under.
I think Chapman is just going to whiz about 100-mile-per-hour fastball at every one of them.
Well, the thing is, they don't get penalized as players, and now you can't throw near them because they could say, well, you're trying to hit him, you're out of the game. So once again, they're benefiting
Correct.
from cheating.
I would still throw inside. Screw that shit. If you're going to eject me or suspend me, then do it. But I'm not changing the way I play the game.
Can we talk about, is it Crane, the owner of the
Yes,
Astros?
yes.
His press conference was quite possibly the most, everything
horrible.
not to do in public relations.
Correct.
Well, you can say we cheated, but we did win a trophy. Fuck you!
I don't think our cheating had anything to do with us winning the trophy.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
I didn't.
Yeah,
say that.
and then he literally 20 seconds later, I didn't say that. You just said it.
That reminded me of, what was his name?
I don't think you took a breath between saying it and denying saying it.
Fuck you.
Nathan Thurm from Martin Short's character. I know that. I didn't say that.
Didn't say that. You know, it is pretty sad watching because I watched that press conference live because I was working from home and I had it on in the background and I stopped to watch it for a couple minutes. And it is pretty interesting. He's like, yeah, it's, I'm completely innocent. I did nothing wrong. It was the managers and I fired them. But what about the players? There's nothing to see here. What about you and your accountability? Well, you're the boss. You're the leader, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
I just said I'm exonerated. There's nothing that says that I was guilty of any cheating. It's like, dude, you may not be guilty, but you're accountable because it's your organization. It's
that's
your
the thing.
club.
Yeah, he fired the manager and general manager who, well, at least the manager knew what was going on but didn't condone it, but, didn't stop it because
exactly.
Because I think the general manager pretty much told him to let it go on.
Well, then the funny thing is, I remember back listening to regular baseball talk and sports talk, and they're talking about, the Houston Astros being a different club away from home. You know, how their averages were so much better at home and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, yeah, well, the Indians, well, I hope we don't get them, 3-game series, playing down in Houston. We're gonna, and there you go. Now you know why.
No, it didn't affect him.
No, not at all.
Crane
It had
exonerated
nothing-
himself. Is that how justice
Exonerated-
system works?
That's
I
right.
killed this man. Well, I exonerated myself. It's fine. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. No accountability whatsoever. And by the way, when you have a weak commissioner, when they do away with like the old what's his name? Chainsaw. What's his name?
Kennesaw Mountain Landis?
Kennesaw Mountain Landis. When you do away with commissioners like they did, 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Where the
pretty much when they
owners just
forced-
basically said, you know what, we don't need a commissioner. We're going to appoint one of our own. And they're going to do what we want them to do. Not because it's in the best interest of baseball, but just in the best interest of my pocketbook. And essentially, that's pretty sad. And so, you got this Manfred guy. Well, there's nothing to see here. The World Series trophy, it's just a piece of metal. Come on.
He did say that Manfred did say that the players have to live with themselves.
Oh, man.
That's the punishment, yes.
When
They have to live with themselves.
when they fired Faye Vincent, and hired Bud Selig as commissioner.
Bud Selig was
he
the
was an
downfall.
owner.
That's right.
He was an owner, and they put an owner in as commissioner, and
It was
pretty much
contrary to
just to become a puppet of the
That's right.
owners.
It was-
So why would we assume
There's a-
Manfred isn't going to be a puppet of the owners?
exactly.
But the commissioner's always been a puppet of the owners.
no,
Not
They've-
before.
They've always worked for the owners. So I mean,
no,
That's
work
why the
for-
players union
work
got
for
started.
baseball.
But I mean, that's also when they hired Kenesaw Landis.
Right.
He took no shit from anybody,
That's
and for the most part, the commissioner ran his office the way he wanted to until they were getting upset with. The owners got upset with what the commissioner did, and I suppose it was.
I think it's because the owner, there's too much money now.
Oh,
with
that's
the-
exactly.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But I don't think you should have been. I don't think you should give the World Series title to the Dodgers. But because but I
Well,
think
you don't give it to anybody.
I think it'd be vacant. I think it'd be vacant that year.
But it would be pretty rough to do that.
Well, but-
I mean, what do you do, honestly?
They
says
cheated.
vacated.
Well, hey, you just put an asterisk by their name and title.
They're
kinda
going
like you
to
put
they're
little-
going to have it from
little
now on.
syringes
Well,
next to the
asterisks
Hall of
mean
Fame
nothing.
names.
Just a little-
Little syringes, asterisk.
Do you think
The
Altuve?
Syringes people aren't in the Hall of Fame, though.
Not yet.
okay, and people have said, well, people were taking steroids. Yeah, but everybody was taking steroids.
No, everybody
Well,
wasn't.
no, but I mean, it wasn't just one or two teams taking steroids. It was people on every team probably were taking steroids.
All right, so now let's play some devil's advocate. What do you got to do when you got a runner on second base? Isn't that naturally the thing to do in baseball? Try and pick up on the signs of what the catcher is.
But that's legal.
standing behind-
That's legal.
But that's legal. Okay.
Yes.
You're not
At what
using
point? At what
electronic
point
de-
is? Yeah.
the
What, at what
cameras
point?
is the point.
Okay. So there is a point where, everybody's stealing signs, but to what extent are you allowed to steal signs?
You're not allowed to use technology to steal signs. That's the point.
Okay.
Card
so-
counting is not illegal in Vegas.
All right.
But using a
So you're
machine
talking
to
about
count cards
the
would
ends
be.
don't justify the means, right? Or the means justify the
Do you think
ends?
Altuve?
No,
had
but seriously, let's really push it. Really push it. Because apparently, when he got there, he told the Astros that they were outdated, and other teams were using cameras and everything else too.
but it's like the Patriots. Unless you can prove it,
But it's exactly the same
if
thing.
you can't prove it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of easy to prove. I think they did prove it. With
Yeah,
the
that's-
Well, with the Astros, they proved it. But,
But
I'm
it
talking
did make
other
a difference
teams.
in the World Series.
I'm talking
That's the
other
thing.
teams.
They've never thrown out a game for cheating in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
How many?
What did they do with the Black Sox and the Reds?
The Black Sox lost the series anyway.
Yes.
So,
And eight players got banned.
yes.
Correct.
Um,
And that's where
do you think
Kennesaw got
Altuve
started,
had a?
right?
Yeah.
Do you think
Kenesaw fired
Altuve had
because
a
of that.
buzzer?
I bet he did because
When
you-
he's doing that,
When
he's
he's doing
shaking
it-
his jersey, saying, "Don't rip it off." When he hit the game-winning home run,
because they always rip his jersey
Yeah,
off, and then
and
he
he
comes
said-
around, he's like, no.
and
it-
he said
Yeah.
it's because his wife doesn't like him being shirtless and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. But if you go to his Instagram, they were talking about this on social media. Every picture of him on Instagram is shirtless.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I think he did have something.
It's bullshit. I think he was wearing a buzzer.
I
I
think
think
he
he
was
took it
wearing
even one step beyond the trash cans.
It wouldn't surprise
and,
me.
And you know what? Look at how good his batting averages was at home versus
Mm-hmm.
away and all that. And if you had nothing to hide, why are you trying to keep your shirt on? I mean, you just won the World Series with a jack. And your tradition is to rip your shirt off, and you're like, no, hold it on.
Well, and then did you see he went right into the locker room and changed into like a World Series
Yeah.
T-shirt?
Oh yeah, because he had to
But-
rip the buzzer off.
Right, but it was just,
Hey,
that's
come
even,
on.
I think that's even more odd is
Yeah.
you don't celebrate your home run.
Yeah.
You run to the locker room and change your shirt.
That's how you've been celebrating home runs all season.
It's a shame too because I really like Altuve. I did.
Yeah, used to.
I did. I used to like the Astros too.
Yeah.
But
Let's look at the alternative. Who are they going to give the World Series trophy to?
You just vacate it.
Yeah,
Los
vacate it.
Angeles?
no, vacated.
No, no one would get it.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Marlins. Give it to the Marlins.
Like an
Give it to the
NCAA.
Tribe. You know what? Tribe hasn't
Yeah,
had
I mean,
one
like
in a
all
long
the
while.
other games in the history, people have cheated in certain ways, and it's been proven that they cheated.
Yeah.
Obviously, corked bats and steroids and shit. They've never once
Yeah.
vacated a game.
But that's true.
But that's individual players as opposed to a team effort.
Well, this is individual. Not everybody on the team was doing it.
The majority of the lineup did.
But it was team sanctioned.
Not according to the manager. He didn't sanction it. He told them not to do it, and they did it anyway.
yeah, you can
Who's
tell
the
him.
manager then? Why, if you're the manager, you can't put an end to this because it probably went above him.
Oh, yeah. it did
So
go
therefore,
above.
it's team sanctioned.
But Crane exonerated himself.
But Albert Bell using a corked bat was team sanctioned. They even tried to steal it for him.
And I'm all for that now, okay? Any way the Indians can win.
Albert
Damn it.
Bell hitting somebody with an elbow.
I did like the Carlos Correa interview where I guess they were asking him because Crane said it didn't really help him. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, he doesn't know baseball. He doesn't realize. He's like, of course it helped us. But as an owner, he's not familiar enough with the game to realize if I know what pitch is coming, it's going to help me. Really?
What?
That's what he said.
Yeah, it's,
Well, he's never been in the batter's box.
That's true,
He
yes.
doesn't know what it's like.
true.
You know what? Maybe that's the punishment. Make him be in the lineup every game. He doesn't have to field. He just has to bat.
So we learned that cheating is part of the game. It's just that you can't be outrageously cheating,
Yeah, it's like the Patriots.
right? I don't know. Seriously,
Did Altuve give up his cell phone?
Are you allowed to steal signs in baseball?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you see a pitcher tipping his pitches, what are you supposed to say? Oh, I don't say. Hey, you.
That's right.
You're that's
Maybe
part of
twist
the
the
game.
ball 3 times, the slider's coming in. Yeah, exactly. Well,
That's
yeah.
part of the game, though, is
Yeah.
watching and seeing. I mean,
Correct.
Scab Jeff, who do you think they should give the World Series to?
Is this football?
Yes.
The Bears.
I don't know.
I thought you were a baseball fan.
I am, but the Reds didn't do well this year.
Decade.
Last year, a few years ago, they were doing okay. So I stopped really paying attention the last few years until fair weather fan, I guess.
You know what? Since you were not interested in this topic, I'll let you go next. What's your next topic?
So it's my son's birthday next week, and my plan was to get him the Oculus Quest. Have you seen this or played this?
Is this the virtual reality?
Yeah, it's a virtual reality thing. I have the PlayStation
headset.
VR. Yeah, but it's not connected with wires or anything. So like it sets up a room for you, and then as soon as you walk out the virtual room that you create, then it shows you like what's really there. It's like you're wearing glasses or something.
Okay.
But it's really cool. And
Is it really heavy on your head?
no, not at all.
Then people aren't going to get any neck problems
Well, I don't know if other people are getting
wearing
neck.
a heavy goggle on the front of their head.
I have a very strong neck.
Why do you have a strong neck?
All the oral sex I used to get to men.
I was just leaving it out there, and you didn't have to hit it.
see, and that's why Jen can't be mad at you.
But anyway, I was all set on this. I was going to get him some small things or whatever, but then the big thing would be the Oculus Quest. But
Is there
apparently,
games for it?
apparently, like they're only Oculus Quest games. You need to buy them like virtually from the Oculus
Oh, is this
Quest.
the one that has the Darth Vader game?
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you now. Okay.
But apparently, because of the coronavirus, it's not available in America anymore.
Really?
Like all the GameStops, Best Buys, all of them are sold out because they're not shipping it anymore from China because of the whole coronavirus.
They don't
So
wanna ship
There's an
stuck
issue
without
that
a-
the Nintendo Switch next month could be having shortages too. So, because of the coronavirus.
Just wipe down everything that comes through the country.
Just send it through the mail. We're still delivering plenty of stuff from China.
Yeah, don't you X-ray that shit?
You need to get out.
Or don't you gamma ray that shit?
You're not welcome to my bunker. Did I tell you that my in-laws asked me if there was room in the bunker for them? And I said, that's not my fault. You didn't plan ahead. I'm shutting that door. Sorry.
Have you been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm? No. This season they got a mailman on there.
Is it Doug?
It is, no, well, no.
Is it Newman?
No.
That would have been perfect.
But he's essential to the plot in 2 episodes.
Really?
Actually, believe it or not.
You know why? Because mailmen are essential to everyday life.
They are.
Correct. Yeah.
Fuck the FedEx guy.
UPS.
Yeah.
You know, they're delivering on Sunday now, UPS.
You know why? Because they're afraid of you.
No, because we're delivering it for them.
Ah. Do you wear brown shirts?
I don't work Sundays.
Oh, you're too good to work Sunday.
How many days till retirement, Doug? 7 years?
No, 6 years.
Oh, okay.
6
sorry.
years, 3 months.
No, not 7. 6 1/4.
So 6 years and 6 1/4 years, Doug will be a regular on the Hobie podcast.
Yes.
God.
By that time, it'll be.
Well, by that time, I'll be dead.
I was gonna say it'll be me, Jim, intern, Scab Jeff. That'll be it. That'll be the lineup.
Jason's not going to still be
No,
here?
we'll still be doing it here, but no.
So are you afraid of... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, will the intern be promoted from intern, or
No.
is he still going to be the
No, he'll
intern?
still be the intern.
He doesn't show up this week. We thank you. Please don't show up sick.
Black record on his, or a black mark on his record. That's what
I don't know. I wish I didn't show up this week.
Hey, this is...
But it's wild card!
Everybody bitches about fucking outlines, and we
I
don't
don't.
do an outline, and look what happens. It hasn't been horrible.
Anarchy.
Hasn't been good, but you know.
No.
This has been the best episode ever.
So are you scared, Jeff, of coronavirus?
I'm not scared of coronavirus.
Are you worried that it's going to attack America and it's going to spread?
I drink a lot of beer and smoke a lot of cigarettes, and that'll kill off all the viruses.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Wait. So what are you getting him then? What's the next present?
Well, I've got
Beer
him.
and cigarettes, apparently.
Well, I've
about
got him a
oral
bunch
sex.
of small stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'll get him like a 60-inch TV or something.
What? How old is he?
11.
I was 40 when I bought that big TV.
Well, it's like $20 for a 60-inch
Well, that's
flat
true.
screen nowadays. Smart TV.
True.
Like I was in Best Buy the other. I'm like, holy crap! I paid $1,200 for a size that they're selling it to like
Oh my god.
$250.
The TV in the green room is a 55-inch, and it's 4K, ultra, whatever, all that shit. And I paid $350 for it.
Yeah.
It was on sale for at Christmas time.
And
And now it's cheaper than that.
Oh, it probably is.
2007. Yeah, 2007. I had a dumb TV, 45
A dumb
inch
TV.
LCD, and that thing was $2,000.
Yep. I remember.
Insane.
I remember the old store Circuit City was going out of business years ago, early 2000s, and my wife and I bought it was probably 2006, 2007. We bought a 30-inch TV, dumb TV, not smart.
Yeah.
Nothing really flashy on it, and it was $800 on clearance because they were going out of business, and we thought that was the best deal ever.
I know. Isn't it amazing?
And now you're looking like, that's a shitty TV.
I had a tube TV probably 15 years ago that I
Raytheon
bought
tube.
for it was huge, like 30 inches or something. And it's still sitting up in my bedroom because I can't lift the damn thing.
Because those are heavy too. Was it a flat screen tube?
Yeah, I think it was.
Those things are like 1,000 pounds.
There's no way
like
I could
one
lift
time.
it myself.
You know, I remember my first widescreen television I bought. Saw this thing. I'm like, oh man, I love that. I saved up my money because, I mean, it was widescreen where you can do. They didn't have picture in picture. It was picture next to picture,
Ooh.
and it was like almost in a full 2 full televisions you could do. And yeah, that
How
thing
often
was
did you use that?
every day?
Did you?
Oh, you mean the picture next
Yeah.
to picture? You know, I'd watch that when like baseball and wrestling were both on at the same
Oh, okay,
time,
okay.
stuff like that.
My last tube TV I gave to my brother-in-law just because it was sitting in our house a couple years ago. I'm not kidding. He plugged it in at his house and it caught fire. And he's like, did you know that was going to happen? I was like, I'm not burning down your house. Calm down. Wait a minute. He finished my basement.
awesome.
I better check. Maybe he holds grudges.
Yeah. Mine wasn't a tube TV. It was a rear projection in, like it was built in the base and it projected it and whatnot. So it was like cool and yeah, heavy as fuck.
How many TVs you got, Doug?
I moved it twice.
4?
4.
I don't watch enough to.
I'm not big, like...
There's so much on, and that's the problem I have now is there's so much on. I can't get caught up with anything, so I don't watch anything.
The only reason I started doing Lock and Key is I take the bus home from work, and I'm like, okay, I need to watch something on, just to see what's out there.
You can read.
I did.
I'm not 12. I drive home from work myself.
You drive at work.
Well, it's just true.
You drive a mini car, okay? You drive the Pope Mobile.
We're going to be getting new ones. They're going to be Mercedes.
He is a mobile office.
Is the new Mercedes postal vehicle going to be bigger?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Do you have
you're-
sirens?
So you're
No.
buying foreign.
Well, apparently they've been trying to work on new vehicles for, 10 years. Ford was in on it, and then at the last minute they dropped out, so Mercedes is the only one left.
So no one actually wanted to make your car.
Nobody wanted to make that.
No,
that's embarrassing.
Well, the story I heard was they said Ford said, we're going to have to build a whole new factory for this.
And
after 6 or 7 years, we have our fleet, and they're like, we have nothing to do with the factory then. It'd be a waste of money.
Speaking of the cars and coronavirus, Jaguar is having issues too because they don't have enough parts because of the coronavirus. They're shutting down all the factories.
they shouldn't be ordering parts from China. Jeez.
Apple said they're not going to have enough iPhones either.
Well, I believe that.
Yeah.
Because
It worries
Apple is
me.
evil.
It worries me that you look at me whenever you say the word coronavirus and you point to me.
Well, you brought it up. Japan
Still
got
worries
infected
me.
pretty bad today.
Did they?
Yeah. They're up to 80-something.
Oh, wow. Okay. How many deaths?
5, I think, right now.
Okay.
But a lot in serious condition. And then you got that petri dish of a cruise ship that just has 471 people that are infected.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
Well,
one
yeah, they're
either.
quarantined.
Yeah,
They put them
Yeah.
on a ship?
No, they
or
were on a cruise
the-
ship,
Yeah.
and they're in China, like docked off the mainland, and there's one 80-year-old Chinese man that was on the ship that had it, and then his wife got it, and then they quarantined everybody so they wouldn't let anyone off the ship, and now there's, I think, actually 471 people. It's like, well, yeah, it keeps getting worse because you're all stuck on a cruise
they're
ship.
not allowed to, the healthy ones aren't allowed to leave.
Correct.
The ones that aren't testing now, you can quarantine
Yeah.
them elsewhere away
Correct.
from those that have it.
But yeah, so it's like, they're like, well, it's going up dramatically on a ship. Look how quick it spreads. Well, yeah, it's a confined
it's a
space.
Exactly. Confined space. You know,
They
close
probably
contact,
ran out of Purell on the boat.
close quarters. Yeah, out of Purell, out of Netflix. I mean,
This sounds significantly like my book.
yeah.
Significantly like my book.
See, now the Chinese are stealing your ideas.
Well, the worst is that you got these fucking fake people on Twitter that are doing videos that they're saying from these people are dying in the streets of China, and then you have somebody go, that was actually homeless people camping out in L.A. And then this is and like they're trying to spread all the fake shit.
There are fake people on Twitter?
I know. Not Hobie though. Bad Ideas podcast. At Bad Ideas. On a light note, Doug, you just saw a TV advertisement
this
for
is
TVs.
a Best Buy ad from 2005. A 55-inch digital cable-ready Sony LCD projection HD TV, $3,000.
Whew.
You're saving $71.
But it's cable ready.
$71.
That's right. It's cable ready.
Oh, cable.
You never
I'm
see
not
them
sure mine's
advertising
cable.
that anymore.
You can finance it for 48 months.
Ooh.
So how many years until we get Oculus to Ready Player One standards?
I'll
It-
be dead.
I don't know. It seems it actually seems real receptive. It seems like you're there.
Is it popular, Oculus?
Oh yeah, it was
Is it?
like Christmas time? It was almost impossible to find.
What about the PlayStation VR?
How do you move forward? Do you mimic walking? Or you just push forward on your joystick that's in your hand?
It depends on the game.
Yeah.
Some of them you press forward on the joysticks in your hand. Some of them you can walk around your little area.
Because I would have to get one of those little wire suspension things.
With a
Like a Ready Player,
treadmill,
yeah,
little-
little treadmill, the wire suspension things. And when I'm running. So you have to like really exercise.
What
You can get into one of the big balls inside, so you can change direction any
Yeah.
way you want and still move.
Yeah.
what
The
Oculus
Quest is the good one.
Quest? QUEST?
KWIS.
Well, there could you
Oh,
Q.
yeah, it's QUEST.
Okay.
Yeah. While you're looking
I think
there,
I've never actually seen it written.
Walmart
so-
has one.
Does it?
$500. Pick up today.
going up.
Best Buy has.
Which Walmart, though?
Hold on a
There's
second.
one we won't shop at.
It's $600 now.
Oh, out of stock. It says pick up today. It's out of stock. What the fuck? There's an Oculus Rift. What's the difference between all of these?
Rift has the cord that goes with it.
Oh, you don't want that one?
Well, the cord is it just tethers you. It's not like without the cord you could just go anywhere and be in your own virtual world.
Okay.
You can just walk down the street shooting at people.
Yeah, you can play Grand Theft Auto in VR, just walking down the street, punching in windows with your.
Even on the Oculus.com website, they're unavailable. Wow.
Wow, how
all
dare. Oh.
So it's not really at Walmart.
It says pick up today. Let's see this. It's the 128 gig. Hold on. The 64 gigabyte, yeah, they do have it. $579.82. It went up in price. You're right, Blake. It did go up in price.
Like $100.
Oh, shit.
7 left. 64 gigabyte.
There you go.
I'm not going to. You can get a free delivery by February 21st, probably because of the post office. Never stops the mail.
That's right.
I may get that. That's
Does the
more money than I was
Post office
wanting to
deliver
pay
for Walmart.com?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Jeff, what do you got? You got another topic over there?
You're just talking about ordering stuff from Walmart.
Wild card.
I had ordered something online that I ordered it from Amazon. Apparently, it came from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered
Isn't that kind of like incestuous?
I thought so. I ordered 2 baskets, for laundry because I was looking for a specific type.
Dirty and clean or darks and whites?
Dirty and clean. No. But I wanted stuff, with handles so you can carry them with one hand because I have to go down 2 flights of stairs and I hate having both hands full of. So I wanted handles on my laundry baskets. So I ordered 2 baskets.
It's cutting edge wild card episode.
You could just
Laundry baskets.
cut a laundry chute down into your wall, in between the panels.
That would cost more than ordering baskets.
Okay.
But I found the ones I wanted, so I ordered them. They came in 2 separate boxes, and they were the largest boxes I think I've ever had delivered to my... These were thin plastic things. They each came separately, where you could have just stacked one inside the other and sent one box. I got 2 boxes sent that were twice as big as they needed to be. And it was ridiculous, and I couldn't remember if the mail brought those or if they were dropped off by another...
See, that's when you got delivery men out of trading places. Packing this stuff and sending it off.
You know what? Because we are now dumber for hearing that.
Wait a
comment.
minute, wait a minute.
Why are you dumb
Wait
for
a minute,
hearing
wait a
that?
minute.
I bought laundry baskets.
If we're
That
on
makes me
laundry
dumber?
basket talk,
Yes.
I just replaced 2 of mine that were like that because the handles break. So I had to go back to the old thick one.
How much laundry are you putting in this?
Now, hold on. With your laundry baskets, do you buy the lined laundry baskets that has the linen lining, or are you just going full plastic with the whole exposure for aeration?
Whole plastic.
Yeah, plastic. I
See,
don't
see,
even
I-
know what
my
your
laundry
laundry...
This isn't
basket.
a hamper. This is where I'm throwing
Yeah.
the clean laundry in.
Yeah, well, you take it out of the
Yeah.
dryer, you put it into the...
You bring the dirty laundry down.
No, I have ours on the first.
Do you
I don't
think...
take my laundry out, put it in a basket, and then put it in the dryer. I put it straight from the washer into the dryer.
Yeah, we're talking when it comes out of the dryer.
When it comes out of the dryer, you take it out and you put it in the basket, then carry it back. And
I
put
use
it
the
away.
same. I use the same thing.
We have a big hamper.
Take it back.
I use
Why are
this-
you doubling down? Why are you
know,
buying excess things you don't need? Just use the hamper.
To quote Kramer on
The
Seinfeld,
hamper
when
still has dirty laundry in it.
to
No, you're
quote,
supposed to wash it all.
But it wasn't... It takes multiple loads.
You put it in cold. You put it all together. Didn't you learn anything in college?
Not how to do laundry.
That's why you wash it in cold. You put it all in there together.
to quote,
I do that in warm. So.
Yeah.
to quote
if
Kramer on Seinfeld when he did the Merv Griffin show with his set, he goes, "Well, we've officially bottomed out now."
You're the only one that thinks that.
Laundry talk. Laundry
All
talk.
our
talk.
listeners are enjoying the laundry
Yeah,
talk.
I'm going to put this on
Hey,
Twitter
let's
now.
go with laundry talk.
You know, Jason.
Yes.
Not all of us have wives that do all the laundry. Okay, unlike you.
That's right. We have a liberated household.
That's right.
In my place. Actually, the reason I do my laundry is because I realized when my wife did the laundry, clothes would disappear for months at a time with no accountability.
Months at a time or
Months at a
forever?
time.
I mean, wouldn't
And
she
my
just,
socks would mysteriously disappear, all the black ones.
if she hated a shirt, wouldn't she just get rid of it?
That's why I had to bring it in, because I had to hold on to those shirts, because I knew she would get rid of them.
First off, I do all the laundry in the house. Not all, but some.
Bullshit. You've already told me
Bullshit.
your children are doing laundry.
Well, my children are doing the laundry.
So there you go.
My 9-year-old knows how to do laundry. My
Yeah.
6-year-old knows how to do
Yeah,
laundry.
exactly. You're teaching them to be independent.
I see nothing wrong with
Oh,
that.
you should.
That's
I
right.
agree.
I have no issue with that.
I had our girls did their own laundry.
My 9-year-old, if he doesn't bring his own lunch, like if he's packing that day for school, if he forgets it, my wife won't bring it into school with him.
Well, you're damn straight. Why the... That would be stupid.
All right,
He has to
laundry.
beat up the other kids for their lunch.
All right, next on laundry talk. Do you fold the socks or you put them in a ball?
Ball.
Fold.
But then what if they come apart too easily and you don't have them? Like, it's not like they get wrinkled. So why not
You
just
know,
ball
honestly,
them
I
together?
just throw them all into a drawer. I don't even fold them.
You know, if you keep buying the same types of socks,
It
you don't
doesn't
have to
even matter.
match any.
They don't have to match anyway.
That's right.
Nothing says wild card like laundry talk. Yeah.
See what you've done?
I blame Hackney.
I was going
He
to
didn't
show
do
you
an
my
outline.
socks to prove that they don't match, but I think the
Exactly.
ones I'm wearing now actually are an actual pair.
We've seen you play softball.
You have.
We know what socks you wear. They don't match. Can you imagine waking up every morning not knowing what two socks you're going to pick out? Are they going to be
clue.
color coded? Are they going to match?
The worst is when you do like 6 loads of laundry and that last load in the dryer sits until the next week when you're done with it, when you're starting the next load of laundry.
I think
It
I'm
just
missing
sits.
something here. I'm missing the excitement of my life. I'm going to do that with my socks from now on. Jeff, you taught me the way, man.
I saw that the in thing now,
Ah.
or apparently was a couple months ago, was they make socks that aren't in pairs. You just buy like a bunch of them, and they aren't the exact same thing, but they go together. Like they're different like patterns or something, but the patterns all match but not the exact same thing. So whichever two you grab.
So what I should be doing is saving all the socks that lose their partners,
Yes.
throw them in a box and donate them to this place, and then they'll recycle, remanufacture them, and send them out to people
Probably not. You
don't want matching socks.
No, I don't think that'll work.
Oh.
Just cut your socks and use them as rags.
Can we please move on?
I don't understand why you aren't enjoying this talk.
Can we do vacuum talk
Do
next?
you guys recycle
No,
bounce
because
sheets?
only you care about
Oh, I love
Cycle
vacuum.
'em.
Yeah.
recycle what?
I'm pretty good at getting those
Dryer
straight
sheets.
lines when you're vacuuming.
Do you use them
I like
more
the
than
angles.
once?
no,
I go straight
They
and then I
lose
back
the-
it up and then move over.
Stuff
It's
without,
good
like-
for several
Yeah.
dry sex.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute. What was that? You dry?
not the ones I use.
Your
How
dryer
often do you-
sheets.
How you reuse dryer sheets?
Yeah, you reuse
What the fuck's
dryer
wrong with
sheets.
you?
And you could use them to clean pots and pans.
Why would you reuse
You
dryer
can't do
sheets?
that. I heard that.
Yeah.
After you use them in the dryer?
In the dryer.
What the fuck's wrong with you? Better question. How often do you clean jeans? Do you put them in the washer? After every use?
I don't put them
No.
in washers.
Washer.
Washers.
Washer. How often do you use them?
That's a personal question.
How often do you clean jeans?
Jeans?
Whenever they look dirty.
Okay.
No, not after. I won't wear them once and then
No.
wash
I
it.
was just making sure.
I wear them
We're not
two,
savages
I
here,
could go
jeez.
2 or 3 times. It depends
Yeah.
on how hot and sweaty my body got during the week.
I think this pair's been about 4 months now.
It probably has coronavirus on it. Get the fuck out.
it's like how much
This has probably been a year and a half.
how much accumulated
And
butt
I wear
sweat
them
can they
every
take?
day.
How much accumulated butt sweat can they take? That's basically the question.
Anyways, moving on.
I wear good enough underwear that the butt sweat doesn't really get to the jeans.
That's why my underwear has holes for aeration.
Oh,
Mine does too. Anyways, what? In fact, Jeff's sister has bought me a pair of underwear before. Anyways, Blake, what's your?
story.
It is true story. Blake, what's your topic?
I don't have one.
Okay, Doug, what's yours?
Front load washer or top load?
Okay,
washer?
moving on.
I've never used a front load, but I'm always.
We went from 14 people watching us to 0 because of the fucking laundry talk.
I'm always
Upper backs
worried
to 2.
of the water falling out.
Shut up!
Seal breaking. That's why I just can't do a front load.
Hey, what's with the top loaders now? They don't have the big spindle in the middle
They
now.
don't.
They spin the stuff around.
Apparently,
My jeans get all wrinkled.
You are a top loader, Blake. God.
technology got better. You don't need the spindle thing in the middle.
Jeff. Jeff, I got something for you here.
Oh,
It's a topic you'll like.
okay.
Let's see here. Rumors coming out that the X-Men will be showing up in the next wave of Marvel shows and films.
Okay.
Let's see here. Wolverine/Weapon X will be featured in... it's actually facing me now, thank you. Wolverine Weapon X will be featured in Falcon Winter Soldier, shown on Disney+.
Oh, that's confirmed?
They go to the facility...
so they'll go to a Weapon X facility.
That's yeah,
Oh, okay.
and I guess the island that they go to for some information I don't know exactly has Wolverine like where he's at sometimes. So I don't know.
Japan?
No, not Japan.
Because that's the island Wolverine is at.
They are proceeding with Hawkeye, the TV series
Oh.
after the whole issue with
Jeremy Renner?
Yeah, saying not nice things to his wife. They are going to start filming in September.
With Jeremy Renner?
Allegedly. And supposedly it's a very bad divorce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so they're in the middle of a divorce?
Yes.
Well, of course people are going to say not nice things about their ex. You said, people made it sound like it was domestic violence or something.
No.
It's someone who's mad at their ex.
Anyways, moving on.
Well, you know, Ben Affleck today, was it today or yesterday, said his biggest mistake was divorcing Jennifer Garner.
Damn straight it was.
And everybody said, no shit, Sherlock. You fucking idiot.
My ex was truly a terrible person.
Although I will...
You know, why don't you tell us a story?
I will say Jennifer Garner was probably the reason why Ben Affleck and Kevin Smith had the
Falling out.
out.
What do you think about Jennifer Garner? You think she's I don't know if she's a nice person or not.
Well, I always had a thing for Jennifer Garner when Alias was on. And I can't look... I can't see anything but
when
Jennifer Garner from Alias.
When any woman will drive you through a Taco Bell drive-thru on your way to rehab, she loves you.
Okay.
No, actually, if a woman feeds me Taco Bell, then she's trying to kill me.
Let's see here. This goes along with rumor that, rumor that Rogue will be the villain in Captain Marvel 2,
That would be cool.
as she plays part of a terrorist group, the Brotherhood.
Oh, yeah. Of evil mutants.
They're just going to call it the Brotherhood, supposedly.
Yeah, because the of evil mutants was kind of stupid and a very 60s thing to do.
Let's see here. Richard Rider, a.k.a. Nova, will also be introduced as an agent of SWORD. He works for Nick Fury.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what sword meant. Sentient world.
They said
Something,
Rogue, the guy that's running Marvel now. Is it Kevin Feige still?
I think so.
Is he doing it, Doug?
Didn't he
Yes,
step
Kevin.
away from the movies to...
No.
He stepped away from TV show.
No, the TV show studio got absorbed into movies.
Okay.
So it's all Marvel Studios.
So the idea is that he's really high on Rogue and that he wants her to have a big part, so she's going to start as a bad guy.
Like she did in the comic
Correct,
book,
correct.
started as a bad guy, and, she was it was Ms. Marvel at the time, but Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, she steals her powers. Very important plot point in the history of Marvel Comics.
SWORD, Sentient World Observation and Response Department.
Ah, thank you.
Sounds like Space Force.
Yeah, it's pretty much the space version of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Are they camo? Kevin
They were all
Feige
black.
has hinted that Magneto will not make an appearance for a while due to character fatigue. Thank God.
Well, yeah, the Fox didn't know how to parse out how often Magneto should be used. And even if you're using him every time, don't do the same thing where, is he good, is he bad, is he good, is he bad? Oh, we'll bring him in and then he'll turn on us, but then he'll turn back at the end. So then the next movie, the same thing will happen.
The character of Moon...
Kind of like Loki.
Yeah, you know what? I really like Loki,
with
but...
Loki being the trickster, he's never on your side. He's on the side that will...
expected to do that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's on the side that will get him farther. It might be your side if, being aligned with you helps his goal.
Wait, I have a question about SWORD.
Yes.
Previous members, Mindy, Mindee, an alias of Irma Cuckoo of the Stepford Cuckoos.
Yes.
What exactly is that?
Is that a singing group?
No, the Stepford Cuckoos were originally...
Wives?
No, 5... what do you call it?
Puppets?
Birds?
No, people. They mutants. When you give birth to 5 people at one time, they are...
Septuplets?
Septuplets? Quintuplets?
Quintuplets. They were quintuplets, mutants, who had a hive mind and were very powerful mind readers.
They also had a number one hit in
I wasn't sure
1955.
if some sort of cuckoo clock reference or something. I was
So-
getting a little worried there.
So her name may not be Mindy, it may be Mindy.
Could be.
Oh.
Clever girl.
But I think there's only 3 of them left alive. They killed 2 of them off.
Damn.
But they have to drag their bodies
Probably
around because
Mindy
they're
even.
attached.
Collective.
I don't remember which 2 died.
That one looks a little decayed. Moonstone is being rumored for a Disney Plus Thunderbolt series. That's the one I want. Thunderbolts.
And definitely Moonstone, because...
Would you do Luke Cage, though, as the leader of Thunderbolts? Who is it? Who's the leader of Thunderbolts?
Well, originally it was Baron Zemo.
Okay, I couldn't remember who
And
there
then
was.
after the ruse was up, then Hawkeye took over running the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, Thunderbolts is basically a Suicide Squad for the Marvel side.
They,
Much better, though, I think.
when whatever thing went on in the Marvel universe and all the heroes disappeared, a bunch of villains pretended to be heroes so they would get accolades and be able to do all their nefarious stuff, and then it would eventually some of them actually enjoyed being heroes for real. So when the whole plot was turned over or exposed, with the help of Hawkeye, who went from the Avengers to lead the at least the 3 or 4 that were like, but we want to be heroes. So they kind of had that's when it was more of a Suicide Squad thingy.
There's rumors that they're going to Avengers West Coast.
Well, they should.
I'm fine with that.
Is that the one with the squirrel?
That's Great Lakes.
Yeah,
That's Great Lakes.
Avengers.
Squirrel Girl.
The West Coast Avengers was big with War Machine, Hawkeye, Tigra. I think Vision was out there,
Yeah, Vision was out there. Cheetah.
and probably Scarlet
Tigra.
Witch.
Tigra.
Because you hated Scarlet Witch.
Oh, fuck Scarlet Witch. I will say that my son watched Thor Ragnarok this past week. First time he's watched it.
Yes.
Really enjoyed it more the second time I watched it. First one I was like, eh. But the second time I really do enjoy
Well,
it.
it was directed by an Academy Award winner.
That's true. Martin Scorsese?
No.
Oh. No. Doug, anything about you with Disney here? Help me out here. Any of those stories that
Ticket prices went up.
$200 a day?
No, that's only in Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
It's only like $139.
And who goes for one day?
Exactly.
People who can only afford to go for one day.
It's cheaper to go for a couple days
Multiple days.
than just pay for 1 day ticket.
So how much is a 2-day ticket?
$200.
That's more than $130. I mean, is it actually cheaper to buy a 2-day ticket than a 1-day ticket?
Per day it is.
Yeah, but if you're only can
Correct.
afford to go for
Correct.
1 day,
Correct.
Yeah,
Have a family member work there and they get you in free.
yeah. I don't have a family member who work there. I didn't sell my family members to Disney yet.
We'd have to go get the handicapped person that lives in Orlando.
They cut down on
They
that.
changed that.
Yeah, you can't do
What?
the handicap stuff.
You can't hire a handicapped person to get you into the front of the line anymore.
What? What's this world coming to?
Doug, is there any Disney talk? Like, what's the scuttlebutt of Disney? What's going on out there?
What?
Any rumors you got? Anything?
Where's Walt's head?
Is it still frozen?
It's not frozen.
No. It's defrosted?
It's in carbonite. It's not really frozen.
I believe he was cremated, actually.
That's going to be
His
awkward.
body was. We're talking about his head.
It's hidden in this. It's a small world exhibit.
His head is just on top of an urn.
I think it's one of the heads on the animatronics in the Hall of Presidents.
Ah.
They threw a beard on him, and he's really.
Lincoln?
I was going to say Rutherford B. Hayes.
Oh, okay.
Talking about animatronic presidents, I started watching Washington on the History Channel because the History Channel is actually doing a show about history.
Wow.
And it's actually kind of good, but the guy that he got playing Washington is an animatronic dude. He says all of his lines like this.
I am George Washington.
I am George Washington.
I'm going to cross the Delaware River and surprise the British.
Hold the line.
But didn't you really get the impression from the history books that that's what he was really like? Like, out of all of them, the other ones had a personality. He was just, like, the perfect
I
guy.
will not tell a lie.
Hold the line.
Come on, Jason, you're not going to get in on this?
Hold the line.
I got wooden teeth.
Who are you?
I'm George Washington.
Oh, shit, that's dead on.
I have wooden teeth. I do not tell a lie.
Well, okay. You went into Richard Nixon.
Really? I didn't know if you would get that.
I didn't know Nixon ripped off Washington.
I got it because you put up the hands and
Oh.
whatnot.
Oh, the victory sign?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I am not
Yeah. But it is actually pretty good. I'm an hour and a half into the first episode. It is decent except for the guy playing Washington when he speaks.
which is a problem when it's about him.
He's more of an action figure. He's not a talking guy.
When you're playing the named character of the
Yeah,
title.
and Jeff Daniels.
Titular
Jeff
character.
Daniels is narrating.
Oh, I thought you were thinking Jeff Daniels was Washington.
No, actually, he probably would do a better job. Tell you
Well,
the
Jeff
truth.
Daniels is great, so he would do it.
I know the guy who did Turn about the Revolutionary
yeah.
War. They said to get because nobody knows what he sounds like. He said because he had wooden teeth, his bad teeth. He said he didn't brush his teeth for like I don't know 2 or 3 weeks, just to kind of get. That's what he kind of thought he would sound like. So that's how he got the voice to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was not married.
Yes. He was on Dawson's Creek too.
Oh, I don't want to wait.
Did they start cutting his lines so they didn't have to open his mouth?
Now, who is this?
Was it Ian Kahn? I think.
No,
that's
you're
James.
Martha Washington. You're supposed to dance with him. I ain't dancing with that smelly mouth asshole.
Hey, Jeff.
Jason.
What are you doing September 11th through the 13th?
I'm going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Damn straight you are. You know why? They just announced some guests.
They did. Guests are being announced.
Humberto Ramos, great artist. He did Amazing Spider-Man, Impulse, Runaways, and Crimson. He's going to be there.
Umberto Ramos.
Thank you. Timothy Zahn. Doug, are you excited about this one?
That could be good.
I like Timothy. He did a lot of the Star Wars books.
Yes.
Yes,
I know he had like the best 3.
The Thrawn.
Which are no longer canon. Because
But who
Disney
cares?
bought it, but yeah.
They're still good books.
Yeah, that
Whether they're
could be
canon or
good.
not, it
Yes.
doesn't fucking matter. They were good. That's the only extended universe stuff I've read where there's that series.
And Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes, from Breaking Bad, The Mandalorian, and Better Call Saul. I like that one.
And he was in Revolution
There you go.
when we watched that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we did watch Revolution. Go back to those podcast episodes. This could be really good.
This looks interesting.
No.
Oh, it's got Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Esposito. He's cool. He's good in this, but the story
That's it.
sucks.
So September 11th through the 13th. You can get your tickets, your VIP ticket for all weekend.
I already got mine.
How much are they, Doug?
$59.50.
Which is a good deal because
Yes.
if you get it $59 is for all 3 days.
Yes.
You get early access. If you go on the day of the show and that, it's like $30 or $35 per ticket. It might
I was
even
going
be
to say
more.
that's about what I paid to get in
Scab?
just for myself.
Get a freaking VIP ticket.
Plus, you also, I know the past few years, I don't know about this year, you get like a little gift card to use in the Expo store. I think it's $25.
Okay.
You can get a
Yeah.
shirt
You can-
or
yeah.
a bag.
Yeah.
They're selling dark sabers. You can get it autographed by Giancarlo.
I don't think so.
Not yet. Scab, get a ticket. I'll pay you $10 towards it. Get in there.
All right.
I'll get you.
But then you got to show up for 3 days.
You got to show up for a couple of those days, though.
I would love to.
Okay.
We had a blast last time.
Well, we got some more exciting news. Hobie is doing a couple new things this year. We can't officially announce them yet, but it's going to be awesome.
I can. They're going to be all nude.
Oh, yeah.
We couldn't officially announce the nude part?
Oh, yeah, we could do that part.
Oh, okay.
Jeff, I've told you what it is. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're excited.
We are super excited about it. So, and the cinema guys will be there, too. So we're excited.
I don't like those guys.
Oh, that Brad guy. September 11th through the 13th. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. That music means top 5. And usually, every week we have one top 5 that we all answer. Well, since it's, what is it, Blake? Wild card. We each get to do our own top 5. So we'll do a little bit differently. So, Scab Jeff, you're a guest.
All right.
What's your top 5 this weekend? You can do all 5.
Oh, we're doing all 5
yeah.
at once?
Yeah, it would get real confusing if we.
That would be the best part. That's what makes it
It's a wild
card.
What's your top 5?
I honestly didn't know what the Twitter poll of the week was
Okay.
when I came up with it, but it was top 5 TV shows that I enjoyed as a child, which would have been mid 80s to mid 90s.
Okay.
Mid 80s to early 90s.
Not your man-child years.
No, child years, not man-child years.
Child years. Like the USA Cartoon Express. And,
That is our man-child years, but he's a little younger.
So your top 5. Go ahead. What is it again?
My top 5 are my top 5 favorite shows from when I was a kid. So
Okay.
mid 80s to early 90s.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 5, Fraggle Rock.
Down on Fraggle Rock.
Down on Fraggle Rock.
Number 4, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Never watched that.
Oh, really?
I like that show. I would stay up. It was Friday nights on Nickelodeon, and I would stay. I don't know if I'd stay up, but I would look forward to that on that night.
Do you have? You can't do that on television on your list.
I didn't even have it on my. I considered it, but
Oh, okay. I thought that was too early for you from your time period.
no.
That was still on.
That was good. All right.
Number 3 was Thundercats.
Thunder.
Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Oh. Thundercats does not age well.
Sure it does.
I haven't seen it
Who's the
recently.
best Thundercat?
Lion-O?
Yeah,
Lion-O's
he's
the worst.
But I was
Lion-O
a kid.
is-
He was the hero.
Lion-O is a 8-year-old boy in the body of a grown Thundercat.
So Kevin Spacey's dream.
Something like that. but mentally, because they were put in stasis and his body grew, but his mind didn't. So he's the leader, and he was, not even a teenager.
I like the
yet.
Panther. Panthera?
Panthro.
Yeah, Panthero.
No, Chitaro, I think, was the best.
Did they ever sing Hakuna Matata on that
I
show?
didn't.
What else? What's your number 2?
Number 2 was Animaniacs.
Oh,
No.
no doubt.
We
Yeah. There's only
Animaniacs.
two. We have paid for play contracts. There's baloney in our slacks. Da, 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 da.
Did you just do REM's The End of the World as you know
Totally
it?
insane. Something.
Annie.
Animaniacs. Okay, good.
And number 1 was Mr. Wizard. Or Mr. Wizard's World, I guess it was actually called.
Don Herbert.
Okay.
Actually learning shit.
But I loved Mr. Wizard. I would look for that show everywhere.
How
and
does he-
Bill Nye the Science Guy?
I was going to say,
okay.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Does he carry the torch or no?
No.
No, not to Mr. Wizard.
Did you ever see Julius Sumner Miller?
No.
Okay. Well,
Is that the same theory? Or the same type of show?
It's terrible. It's an old guy teaching physics, but he's kind of crazy, crazy hairdo, but yeah, you'll have to see it. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Dr. Julius Sumner Miller, and science is my game.
Jeff, what is your top 5 this week? It's a wild card. What is it,
card.
Blake?
Wild card.
My top 5. I picked top 5 artists that I like.
That's
Like painting?
wild.
Like painting, if I had artwork hanging up in my house. No, I'm not doing it. I'm done.
If
Bring
I
a
hadn't
little
been
culture
invited on
here.
the show, I would have posted a top 5 prepositions.
See,
It would have been and a board would have been number 1.
now see if
That's number 1 alphabetically, isn't it?
Yes.
A
See-
board about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at. And that's all I remember. I remember the first 10.
Jeff, your art is too cultured. Jason would have understood if it would be like 5 top prints I'd buy at Michael's and put up in my house.
Spencer's.
Spencer's.
Well, I mean, most of these are things that, artists that I liked enough to at least buy a print or...
Okay, get to the point. Well, who's your number 5?
get to the point. You guys, I thought this great idea. We all hearing different ones, but when you came up with something I don't like, I'm going to roll my eyes. I'm Jason.
Number 5 is women in leopard bikini, blacklight.
Velvet. Jeff, I'm sorry. Who is your number 5?
My number 5 is Charlie Harper. Not
From
not
Two and a
the
Half
Charlie
Men?
Harper from Two and a Half Men. If you're going to Google it, he spells his Charlie ending in EY, not IE. But he I think it was a local Cincinnati artist who they got tons of his stuff at the art museum here in town. He's the one that uses shapes like circles and squares to make bug pictures you've probably seen, or birds. Yeah, his
Birds, yeah.
cardinal is very famous.
Do they sell the bird pictures on Action Auction on the
Yeah,
PBS?
probably, yes.
Okay. David Lee Pancake on there?
He's not.
That's dragons.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Number 4 for me is Derek Riggs. He's the guy that did all the early Iron Maiden artwork and all their album covers from the 80s and 90s. And growing up, I had tons of posters of his art on my wall because they were cute.
I never thought I'd be pining for laundry talk.
So Jason's never going to do this again because apparently my topics suck.
Our top 5 tablecloths for the holidays.
My number 3 artist.
Number 5 is Christmas. And of course, you got to go with the holly pattern.
My number 3 artist is MC Escher.
Oh, he does the stairs into that continue.
The continuous stairs
Okay.
and all the weird looking things and the things that dissolve from one to another.
Kind of like a Salvador Dali light.
Not quite like a Salvador Dali.
Not
no.
as exotic.
Where'd you learn about art, Blake? Shut up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could say it's surreal in a way.
Escher kind of does the what do you call it?
The stare thing you can watch for hours on
the
end.
eye trick, things
Eye
that trick
trick.
your eye.
3D art.
Optical illusion.
Thank you. Optical illusion.
It's
type
the
art.
optical
Does he do a
rift.
sailboat in 3D art?
No, it's not the stuff you stare at that turns into. It's a scooter.
Talking about real art.
Sorry. My number 2 is Georgia O'Keeffe.
The vagina one.
The vagina. Although I particularly like the skulls better in desert scenes, but yeah, she does the vagina flowers.
She has a few, not the vagina flowers, but she has a few at the Cincinnati Art Museum.
Welcome to
Orchids.
Facebook Live.
Orchids.
Laundry talk and then art.
Yes.
And then my number 1 is Salvador Dali
Ah, there you go.
because
was coming.
the surrealism is excellent. I like that, and I like to be able to do surrealism properly. You have to be able to do realism right.
Correct.
And then change it. Anybody can draw something that's goofy and not look right, but to make it so it looks possible but changed.
Yeah. See, my wife and I have a theory about French Impressionism. They're
not-
really just
Jesus.
a bunch of people that were nearsighted and were actually painting the world as they saw it.
Yeah, it looked cloudy and fuzzy to me. Everybody didn't see it that way. But
So, Doug, you get the handles for the laundry baskets.
Yes. No.
but yeah, I had a bunch of Dolly prints, especially in my college days. I put up this cool.
Did he say
Dolly
Dolly
paintings.
Parton prints?
No, Dolly.
Did you ever see any
who
of
was
his
friends
movies?
with Walt Disney? So
I saw a couple of them. Matter of fact, the Smithy Awards that they used to hold at Origins every year, one of his movies won like crazy the worst movie of the year. They put them out when they see them, so like the movie can be very old. But it was new to us this year, so we nominated it, and then it won for that year. And then when like the decade was over, then they took the best of the decade, and then it won the worst movie of the decade. And I'm like, you people don't understand anything. And I was kind of mad that they were saying it was. It's like, of course it makes no sense. It's supposed to make no sense.
Jeff has never been allowed back to Origins.
Well, I didn't actually do that.
Oh,
Jeez.
wow.
I didn't stand up and yell at him. I just rolled my eyes and laughed.
Okay.
And,
Doug, what is your top 5?
well,
Better than
next-
Jason's, I
Yes,
bet.
next we have Postmaster Modeling. We're going to be talking
I wanted to
about
make
your
sure-
4-season uniforms, your top 5 throughout the years.
We wanted to make
Black
sure
socks
they
with
weren't-
shorts. How do you feel about that?
I'm against it. I want to do ones you probably won't do, so I didn't do.
Time out. Do you wear shorts when you go mailing?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Have you ever driven
Really?
a
Because
truck?
it gets cold out there.
there's a guy now who wears shorts all winter.
Is it my brother?
That would require him having a job.
Did you
He
ever
has a
drive?
job.
Oh, damn it. He does now.
Did you
I
ever,
mean, he's required to drive.
did you ever drive the truck pantless?
No, no, I did
I was
not.
asking.
No.
Have you ever had sex in the truck?
Even if he did,
No.
he wouldn't admit to it.
Anyways, moving
Are you
on.
able to identify sex doll boxes?
Have you ever delivered a sex doll box?
No,
Unopened, I mean.
no. I've delivered bondage rope.
Oh.
It
How
said
did
on
you-
the box, bondage
It
rope.
was, yeah.
It's actually
Oh,
odd.
it's from China where they have to write what it is on the
This
outside
is not
of
bondage rope.
Yeah. There's, yeah. Yeah, on the China one, there was
For home use only.
dildo underwear I delivered one time.
What was that?
Dildo underwear?
Dildo underwear.
Okay.
Was it dildo / underwear? Like it was a
No.
dildo
I think it's
and
a
underwear?
dildo attached
Of
to
course,
that.
I had to. Yeah, exactly. I had to Google. It's like, okay, what the hell's this?
Oh, for pegging. I love
Yeah.
what that was like.
Not
last year.
pagans. Not pagans, for pegging.
Pegging.
So I was going to do top 5 Star Trek movies, but they all suck.
Yeah,
I,
they
I
did.
didn't do any.
What
of
about the
those.
whales?
No, there was one good Star Trek movie. It was when they rebooted it and said all that crap that came before is worthless.
So what's your top 5, Doug?
Because I'm a shill for the expo,
Mm-hmm.
top 5 people I've seen at the expo.
All right.
So I've Hobie number 5,
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
Randall,
Jim.
Jeannie,
No.
Big Dev, Chris and Kevin, and Jen Adams.
Wow, Chris and Kevin came from England and only got 5.
And they had to share it.
Well, but then when you look back, it's what do all those people have in common? They've all won floppies.
Oh.
That's why I couldn't have Jeff on the list.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ever seen Blake at the.
No.
Number 4, I went with Manu Bennett.
Manu Bennett, one of the nicest guys I've
Kiora.
met. Kiora.
You know, it was one of those deals where
Got his picture up there. No, I don't. I gotta find it.
You didn't put his picture up yet?
I gotta get it.
you call yourself a fan.
I'm sorry.
You know, it was. He really was. I didn't really know him for anything except
Arrow.
Arrow, and
Arrow.
okay, sure, I wasn't as giddy about him as you were, but he didn't have an interviewer come out. There was nobody there; it was just him
On his
So-
panel.
So he just did the whole thing by himself, and it was actually very entertaining.
And he did a great job promoting it. He was out the whole weekend.
Yes.
He was out doing everything in the city.
Yeah.
He showed up early to take in
Yep.
the city and
And if you got a VIP pass and got in early, as you're walking around, he was walking around before the regular guests
Yeah.
come in, the non-VIPs, people we look down on.
The proletariat.
Number 3 was Clark Gregg.
Oh, yes.
we got his
We got his autograph up there.
Number 2, John Ratzenberger.
Oh.
He was a really good one too. I mean, because they only go to like quarter till or 10 till the hour, and there was a line of people, and he's like, "No, let's keep going." So he went the full hour, and he was very good too.
Did
And
he pass away?
No,
No.
No.
Which one of the guys on Cheers did just recently?
Coach.
Did someone from Cheers pass away?
Somebody for Cheers died.
Roger Reese? Did he die?
Shelley Long died on Modern Family.
No. Her career died.
Who was that? Was Norm, right?
No, that was Cliff Clavin.
Cliff. Both
Who
Cliff
else
and
would it be?
Did Norm?
Paul?
No.
George Wendt?
Did he?
don't
I've
think
never
George
heard that.
did.
Went still alive?
Did
No,
Paul
George-
Wilson die?
I don't know. Look it up. Look it up, Scab.
Kirstie Alley.
I think Roger Reese died.
Did a Scientologist finally kill her?
Allegedly.
Oh, okay. And then number 1, Jodie Benson.
Oh.
You know,
Under the sea.
Yeah, that's not her singing.
Oh.
no.
that was the crab singing.
And for the record, as she was singing this, and I'm not a huge Little Mermaid fan, but as she was singing it, they said no video, so I can verify I did not take video of her singing.
But if
Audio?
you did,
Did you take
I did not take video of her singing because they said no. So
I would have met her if it weren't for the restraining order.
I would have met her if I knew who she was.
Disney. Let's.
Jay Thomas.
How?
he died.
Jay Thomas died?
Brother
He
of
died in
Thomas?
2017.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh, that's right.
I was thinking recently, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, now that you mention it, yeah, he did die.
So, Doug, my top 5. You know why, Blake? Go ahead. Wild card.
Top 5 laundry detergents.
Oh, yes. No. Mine was top 5 most frustrating unsolved mystery cases.
Oh, God.
Hold on a second. This
Oh,
may be
this
good.
is so exciting.
This may be exciting. What
Time
kind of
out.
mystery cases? What? Unsolved
real
mystery
life.
cases?
Yeah.
Okay, unsolved mysteries.
Yeah. And also,
I like this.
Didn't Bill Shatner do that show?
I will say that I have been asked to be a guest on Cult of Domesticity. Is that how you say it?
No, that is not.
How do you say it, Jeff? Domestic City?
Now you got me screwed up. I can't even.
Domestic?
Domination.
Yeah, I can't even do it right. 'cause you-
Cult of dominatrices.
Domestic Itty. Anyways,
want to
it's a mystery
dominatrixes.
podcast. So I'm actually going on. We're debating which case to review. So I'm excited
All
about
right,
it.
you give us the case, and we'll tell you who done it.
And
Anyways,
it's going to be
the-
Salvador Dali every time.
No, the answer will be the butler.
Mara Murray, she was a college student.
Don't know who she
Got
is.
into a little trouble. She drove off, and I think it was in New Hampshire. She wrecked her car.
Well, the car killed her. Well, that was solved.
She hit a snowbank.
You got to read this like what's his name from the original
Morrow
Unsolved
Murray, a
Mysteries.
co-ed.
Yes.
Shut up! Morrow Murray, a co-ed that drove off into the night. She was having difficulties with her boyfriend stationed in Oklahoma. She was in New Hampshire. She hit a snowbank. Her bus drove up. A school bus driver talked to her, asked if she needed help. She said no. He drove off. She was never heard from again.
Ted Kennedy.
Yep, New England, I can see that.
Morrow Murray is the one that...
Okay, Blake, what's your
Was it
top five?
Number 4,
Oh.
Missy Beavers from Texas. She was the fitness trainer who showed up at 5 o'clock in the morning at church because she was having a fitness class.
No, it's Beavers, not Beavers.
Yes, Bevers.
Because Beavers would sound much more interesting.
She was killed in the church. It was on video. The person that killed her was
Really?
dressed in a SWAT outfit.
So a SWAT guy did
It
it.
was not a SWAT person.
Oh, well, how do you get
How do you
SWAT?
know? They can dress up in SWAT people uniforms too.
The matter of fact,
The
it's easier
husband,
for them to dress
the
up in
soon-to-be ex-husband, because they were having difficulties, and his father had alibis and were actually out of state separately.
Were they the only SWAT people in that state? Is that what you're saying?
Rumors are of an affair that went wrong, and the wife of the person may have done it, but they have never released anything. But it's been on video. That one kind of.
So was it a woman who killed her?
Was it kind of
That's
like
my thought.
Was it a 1980s
well, we got.
aerobics
But you just
instructor?
said we had video. You couldn't tell the
No, it was completely covered, helmet, everything.
Okay, wait a minute.
well, the body type. I mean, come on.
I think it's a female. I think it is.
She was killed at a midichlorian church. What would that be?
No, not midichlorian.
That's what it says, midichlorian church.
Number
Anakin
3.
Skywalker killed her.
Beavers and this case are the ones that we may be talking about on the cult show. Jennifer Kessie from Florida. This one was sad because she was living in a condo complex that was undergoing new construction. She got back from vacation. Her boyfriend lived 2 hours away. He went home. They just got back from vacation. She went to the condo. Her mom talked to her. And nobody knows if she vanished at 10 p.m. at night or 8 a.m. the next morning when she went to work or was about to go to work. The thing that's most frustrating is they found video of her car being pulled into a condo complex, a different one down the street, and that part. The guy got out. That part, the parking lot was not videotaped, but the building next door had videotaped. This was early 2000s. And he's walking, the person's walking, but there's metal bars, and you basically get everything but his face because it's every 2 seconds it takes a picture on the camera. Mm-hmm. Shut up, Scab.
I was not doing that.
Shut up.
Domesticity.
Thank you.
Dominatrices.
Was that on Forensic Files? Because that sounds real familiar.
Yeah, Kessie is rough. Because if it was just 1 second more, you would have gotten a whole shot of the picture.
Son of a bitch would have been identified. Although it is kind of a bitch. It is, when I worked within a financial institution with a lot of money,
Most
all
do.
those, all those videotapes back then, even 15, 10 years, worthless pieces of shit, worthless fucking grainy pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And you think about how good technology was, they could still use it back in the day. And basically, it's just there for insurance purposes and not really there to identify people. It's
The
bullshit.
Kessie one sucks because it literally is. It was taken every 2 to 3 seconds or whatever,
Yeah.
and there was these big metal bars for the fencing, and it was obviously the person was
It's
outside the bars.
almost like perfectly timed when it
Yep.
just went.
You saw the leg,
Right.
you saw
That's it.
like the back of the hair, and that's it.
That's my front porch right now.
Yeah.
That I bought that for $150. You could see my front porch better than any of these things in any of these.
I know, I know
these
exactly.
shows.
That's what. I'm just amazed at. Today's
Today's technology is better. I mean, you can fit a camera in your damn phone.
The other one called.
Oh, you're not done yet?
No, I got 2 more. Number 2.
Oh, geez, and you thought my list was terrible.
Time out. What's the podcast called of?
Domesticity.
Thank you.
Dominatrices.
Yes.
They just did this one. Brian Schaefer, Columbus, Ohio State guy. He was going to be a doctor.
Schaefer, Ohio State
And
University.
he went into a club downtown in
Goes
Columbus
clubbing.
and never came out. Video was on the outside of 2 of the exits, except the third exit was construction. They were doing construction, and it was an employees only entrance.
So I'm assuming that's probably the exit he went out.
Or he was killed in the club because they have never found him.
But he's still, you mean his body would still be in the club then?
Yeah.
Buried in the.
Then why
It's
don't-
really sad because his
Did they dissolve the body? I mean, did
his
they not
mother-
check this club?
his mother was killed. His mother died of breast cancer 3 weeks before this. He was having a lot of pressure with medical school, and then he vanished. And his father was killed 2 years later because of a falling tree branch during a storm hit him. And so Schaefer basically has his only brother left, and it's like Jesus.
You know
but
what?
there's been rumors that he moved because he was having stroke. It was too much on him. So there's been rumors of sightings with him.
He didn't leave the
Randy
club.
Quaid did it.
He didn't leave the club.
Nope.
He was stuck in the bathroom, closed. He went to go climb out the vents.
And fell
Got
down
s-
between.
Fell down between them, got stuck, and died.
That's one of the options.
Change approved.
They didn't check the walls of this club, or
Still open. It's the tuna. I forget what the place is down there. Anyways,
I mean, they got like radio technology to X-ray these walls. I mean,
The
And
following day, they received police reports of a constant banging in the walls.
and then this last
To the
one was.
beat of the disco
or maybe he
music.
put on a different jacket and walked out.
This last one was a new podcast just came out, Down the Hill. This one's been out for just happened the 3-year anniversary. The 2 girls, the 13-year-old and 14-year-old, in
6 men.
Delphia, Indiana, that was crossing the bridge, and they have video of the person that probably killed them, and they can't identify the guy. So that's the one. The Delphia murders caught on tape, no suspects. There's video of him saying, "Go down, down the hill." And supposedly the murder of those 2 girls was brutal. And that one, that one's a rough one. You can go down a rabbit hole in that. So those are my top 5 most frustrating unsolved cases.
Yeah, my Hobie for that was number 1 is there's this local Hobie broadcaster invites 4 people over on a weekly basis for a podcast. One night they go into the basement to celebrate the new studio. Little did they know, none were coming out.
Because they were talking fucking art.
Because of socks.
Because of laundry baskets.
All
Blake, what's your
5
top 5?
Okay, but you know
All
what? Then again,
5 were found with socks stuffed in their mouths, suffocated.
you could do top 5
4 of them rolled
unsolved
off.
murders in just any city in
Oh,
America.
yeah. But Doug, I go down this rabbit hole.
Young girls disappearings, not anything new.
Now, Blake, what's your top 5?
I don't have a top 5. If I were to have a top 5, I'm not allowed to have a top 5.
Who would be your top 5?
Jennifer Aniston.
Well, it would be still, yes.
Well, let me get you Dev's top 5. Do you not have
Get us Dev's top 5.
Top 5 sports comedy movies. Number 5, Kingpin. Number 4, Necessary Roughness. 3, Goon.
Necessary roughness, man. That's reaching deep.
Number 2, Basketball.
Basketball.
Number 1, Slapshot.
So no love for the Indians, Blake.
Major.
That's sort of. Oh wait, hold on. I do have a top 5.
Tough.
Let
Nikki.
me see the last 5 stories I sent to the intern for using.
Well, we had no outline this week. Don't go through them.
Well, that's his top 5.
That's my top 5.
Nikki.
Dungeon Dragons used to have rules for in-game orgies. Star
Don't bury-
Wars just
you?
dropped a major Darth Vader bombshell.
That's next week is the orgy episode.
Guy
going to
creates
orgy
unique
episode next
action
week?
figures for adults. My favorite is like Deadbeat Dad. There's like no figure
Oh, yeah. I did watch that. That made me laugh looking at that one.
Don't. We're doing these topics next week.
in it. Cindy Crawford's model son, Presley Gerber, defends his face tattoo. You don't know how I feel.
I'm 18 and I got a face tattoo.
And I have a Oedipal complex that none of you can understand.
Because no one else has ever been there.
Nikki.
Oh, he's only at 4.
What's your 5th one?
Marvel fans think Deadpool should take over Stan Lee's cameos.
Okay. Listen to next week and we'll get some of those, especially the orgy one.
That would be kind of odd, though, with, you have a guy wearing a mask out watering his lawn.
Not really.
I think it would be.
Nikki from New Zealand had top 5 numbers.
This is a good one.
Number 11, number 8, 22, 14, and 9.
Wait, I didn't know which one. Can you say what place there?
What place there?
Like, what's number 5?
Number
11. Number 4,
one, 9.
8. Number 3, 22. Number 2, 14. Number 1, 9. I feel like I just did bingo.
Yeah, 14. Nick,
Pete Rose.
Too high, I know.
Wow, God.
It's associated. Although, 14 is like the sports number in this town because you got, Pete Rose, and it was like Kenny Anderson and what's his name? Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton.
Intern
Other people were 14. My brain's not working now.
Intern Hackney had top 5 worst fan base cities.
Ooh.
Philadelphia, number 5. Number 4, New York.
Boo.
3, Boston.
Boo. And he's a fan of Boston sports.
2, Chicago. And number 1, Pittsburgh. And then he says, coronavirus, take me away. Jimmy.
I would say Los Angeles because none of them people show up on time for the event.
No.
And they leave early.
And they leave early.
And they can't even support... The Chargers have a 20,000-seat stadium and they can't even sell out.
I know.
Jim, on our podcast, top 5 desserts at Jeff Ruby's Precinct, which is a fancy restaurant here in town. Number 5, chocolate cake. Number 4, creme brulee. Number 3, carrot cake. Number 2, banana ice cream torte.
Tort.
Number 1, lemon bar. And technically, they're all tied for number 1, is what he said.
Lemon bar.
So there you
That
go.
must be a good carrot cake to make a top 5.
Let's see here. I'm just making sure we
Cakes that taste like carrots usually wouldn't make my list.
Carrots are carrot cake. I just want to let you know that Beside a Geek, I went the whole episode without talking about the 3 things you said. So you'll be eating Pez this week. Jen Adams had top 5 best zombie movies.
What was his list?
Beside a Geek?
Yeah.
No, he told me I couldn't talk 3 things. I'm
There are
not
3
going
things
to.
we're not
are
to
they?
talk about. We can't say it because then we'll have
I'll tell
talked
you after.
about it.
Number 5 for Jen Adams.
It's foiled again.
Zombie movies.
Zombievers?
Yeah. 28 Days Later.
Oh, okay.
Number
28
4?
days later.
28 Days Later is good.
Hobie this movie.
If you like fast zombies.
Any Romero zombie movie. The man was a genius.
Spaceport.
Number 3.
I mean, he came up with the zombie movies, so you give him credit for that, but they're not easy to
Slow
watch.
zombies. Oh,
I
Dawn
can't
of
watch
the Dead is like one of the
The
easiest
remake
movies.
was, yeah.
No.
Shaun of the Dead.
Remake-
No, I hated... Oh,
Remake
no.
is better. Number 3, Warm Bodies. Number 2, Resident Evil. I knew it. There's a reason I like you, Jen. Number 1, Dead and Breakfast. It's a zombie musical. It's amazing. Honorable mention,
know
Shaun
that
of the Dead,
Yay.
Zombieland, and Zombie Strippers.
But no Zombievers.
Correct.
Jeez.
All right, so I do have a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the past couple weeks, the Walking Dead creator, what's his name?
Kirkman?
Kirkman actually came out and said, "Space spores,
Space Whores?
Pores
space spores."
Oh, I like Space Whores.
is
better.
the reason for the
Yeah.
zombies.
Oh,
yeah, as a shout out to old, what's his
Romero?
name? Romero, yeah.
So kind of a Night of the Comet thing?
Yeah, does it kind of like ruin your whole Walking Dead concept? Because what I really liked about the Walking Dead concept is
didn't
Rick
know?
Rick goes out, he's in the hospital, he comes out, and everybody's zombie, and you don't know why, and that was what made it cool.
Well, I think every zombie movie is like that. You never really know why.
No, space spores.
We really know why now.
We know space spores.
But not in the original Night of the Living Dead.
It was a comet, wasn't it? No, it was a
It was a
Russian
news-
satellite.
It
Was
was
it
like
a Russian
a
nuke
news.
satellite?
Well, it was just news people speculating. You never say exactly what it is.
I thought it was a satellite.
Anyways, moving on. Scab Jeff, thanks for being here.
It was symbolic
Thanks
of the
for having
American
me.
spheres for the Soviet space program.
As what, third alternate?
A second. Doug, thanks for showing up.
Hey, no problem.
We're proud of you showing up and talking Disney talk and mail talk and laundry talk.
Laundry talk.
Laundry talk. Oh.
Next time we want to do laundry talk, let me know. I will be here.
Let's see.
We'll just record a Laundry Talk episode without Jason.
Okay.
And
Top 5 laundry detergents. I like that.
Okay.
bad idea of the week, number 482.
Wild card.
Reusing bounce sheets.
There you go. We're using dryer sheets. Goodbye. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum for the
Wild card.
Titles for the show.
We're never doing this again.
I'm doing it next week.
That's what she said.
Our top 5.
He's not going to follow the
top 5 sock
outline anymore.
matches next week. Is that
I
top 5?
have, well, wild card, Guinness and Brains, Trump's weather machine, laundry talk,
That was Pelosi's weather machine. No, wait,
and
you said-
apparently I wrote wild card again.
Doug?
I had Beavers would sound more interesting. Torte and Vivica.
Oh, I had Vivica as well.
I like Vivica.
Like the Beavers.
the problem with Vivica is people will read it right and say they named it Vivica.
No, because I spelled it Vieveeka.
I spelled it VY-VEE-KA.
I will say that Apple Podcast does not like if you misspell a title. We've had our shows held up because I misspelled a title before.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm
Need
serious.
Proper grammar?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
But what if you're intentionally misspelling something?
It does. I can't talk to the computer program like that in Apple.
Well, but it makes no sense to me that they would hold up something like that because
I've had
there's
that.
probably a reason why it's spelled this way.
I didn't make Apple. I don't know.
Vivica is not really a word, so how can you say it?
I don't know, Doug. I don't care.
But Vivica really is a word.
Anyways, what else? Scab? Anything else?
Oh, it went to me. Different colored Smurfs. Suck a puffy.
I got Suck a Puffy.
Like Cobra Commander. I don't remember.
The weather machine.
Angel is a better show. Back to abortion.
Down the hall.
Change approved.
If you make it to the end of this episode, ... and handles on my laundry basket.
I have Suck a Puffy. I thought it was a religious store. And that's it. I like the Beavers.
I'd like to see if you make it to the end of this show, ... Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Anyways, what we got? What we got? Anyone?
Like, what was it again? Beavers sound better?
Well,
Beavers would sound more interesting.
Beavers would sound more...
I like the
Is that
Beavers.
too long, though?
No, we should be okay.
are we allowed to put Suck a Puffy?
I don't know if we're allowed to Suck a Puffy.
Because 2 people liked it enough to write it down.
Yeah, but I like the Beavers. Okay, change approved Beavers.
Beavers.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye again.
You've been listening to Hobie.